Welcome, it's the Industry DJs podcast. Welcome to the Industry DJs. Let's talk about the real, let's get to the facts. Welcome to the Industry DJs. Let's talk about the real, let's get to the facts. Come on in, grab some headphones, relax, grab a seat. Let's talk about beats, the word in the streets, how you hustle, struggle to make ends meet, so you could cop them tools that made you elite at your craft. Lead, walk us down that path. Teach us how to math, how to get that bag for the record. Oh wait, everything is digital. Techniques are pivotal, the game is getting critical. Oh my God, and we ain't talking biblical, political, but how the scene is getting cynical. It's typical for phenoms to act some way. The reciprocal is people who cast that hate. Let us debate for the people who are now tuned in through a camera's lens. You are now zoomed in on the podcast, taking over the grid with Val, Do It Like This, and DJ T-Kid. Welcome to the Industry DJs.
Check one,
Yo,
two.
you caught that, right? Hot mic, right?
Hot mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode here of the Industry DJs podcast. I am your host. I am your co-host, DJ T-Kid.
Let's talk about the real.
You all right, bro?
Look,
you all right? You're nervous right now?
No,
we got a deacon in the room. I get it, bro. And I know you're unholy, bro. So, you know, he's going to baptize you right now on the show.
I called you
Because you need
Alex
Jesus in your life,
today.
bro. You need Jesus. We got the deacon right here, bro. We got the deacon. There's a reason why. Here's a couple of reasons why he's on the show. I'm your host. I'll do it like this.
Jesus is on my side.
Yeah.
God's good.
Only on the weekends.
Right. God is good.
Always good, baby. Always good. That's why we're here.
Anyways, so welcome to another episode of the Industry DJs podcast. You can check us out on your favorite streaming platforms: Apple, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and the Anchor app. You can check us out live every single Monday here on
DJV got it.
on YouTube, Twitch, and on Facebook at the Industry DJs.
Did you almost say Tinder?
No.
Okay, good. I
No.
could have sworn you almost said Tinder.
No.
I was like, whoa, wrong show, my guy, wrong show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest in the building.
Yes,
Please
we do.
welcome Carlos from the Flava Podcast Network, everyone.
A lot of people know him as you, dog,
Oh my God, look at this.
and now we get to call him Deacon.
Deacon.
I always loved that name, Deacon. You know what? Because of there was a character on SWAT. Remember, and his name was Deacon. His first name was Deacon.
SWAT, the old SWAT?
Yeah, the old
Like
SWAT, the original one.
Yeah?
Yeah, the original one. Yeah, his name was Deacon Kane. Remember the white boy who went crazy, who tried to go against SWAT. His name was Deacon Kane.
No.
Damn, bro, you don't remember that, bro?
I'm that old to remember.
I know, man. That was a great movie.
But I am that old to forget as well.
Welcome, bro. Welcome. He's also the man, the myth, the legend behind the, Flava Podcast. So, welcome, man. Welcome. Thank you for having.
Thank you for coming by.
Yeah, I almost said having us.
Thank you for the invite.
And no problem. This is awesome. We got. I was telling Alex before the show, man, how much history me and you have, man. I mean, dude. This is I owe a lot of my career to him too as well, man, because of Crazy Crew.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I like to see. I like to hear the
darker hair.
Huh?
We all had darker
Hey,
hair.
mind your business. All right, mind your business. You still look the same, bro.
I actually have no gray.
Yeah, you don't,
I have
man.
no idea why not.
I was about to say, you know why?
Happy wife, happy wife, happy life, right?
You know why?
Happy wife, happy life.
You know why?
Bro.
No stress. I'm pretty sure
I
that.
try not to stress.
See, there you go.
Right.
There you go.
That's one thing with me. I don't believe in stressing too long. Of course, we get upset or whatever, frustrated for a moment, but my moments last very, very fast. They go back fast. I don't stay in there.
You hear that?
Depending on how deep it is.
Depending, but it won't go past a day.
Nah, man. I mean, same thing with me.
Sometimes
I want to get over it.
Sometimes it won't go past a couple hours. I'll be done. It's just why put yourself through that?
We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into this.
There's happier things in life than being frustrated for
Just to be alive should be happy.
Argument with someone,
Right?
Or someone cuts you off, or your boss gets you upset. I got a God that tells me I'm going to be all good.
Yeah, of course.
So therefore, I switch off really quick.
Why you looking at me, bro?
Because
What are you looking at him for? For the
because
same reason I know you're looking at him.
because it's funny.
See, you know me though, bro. He's
No.
we
Heated.
we probably got about 25 years with this brother right here. So I mean, you know,
No, the reason why, because we talked about this before Carlos walked in here. Is like you stressed out about the littlest things, and I said this. I'm like, if people are talking about you, move on, let it go.
who's talking about me?
Now he wants to know.
I'm saying,
Inquiring minds right now.
I'm saying
bro.
in general, if
Inquiring
people
minds.
talking about you, just move on, let
Nah,
it go.
dude,
Don't
dude,
worry
listen,
about
bro,
it.
I
But-
told you,
I know,
I've
I
and
know.
I've always been like that. I've always been like that. Talk about me, bro, because you know what? That's free advertisement.
It
Okay.
is.
It is, bro.
is,
Whether it's good or bad, people, you know, you keep my
It's
keep
still
my name in your
marketing.
mouth.
It's
Yep.
still marketing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because the people that don't know who I am are gonna go and try to look me up and be like, "Who's this Al dude?"
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
And he does it like how?
Yeah, right.
Like that.
Oh, he's a DJ. Oh, okay. Who does it? What's up, Nathan Scott in the
You got
building?
it, you
DJ
got
V,
it.
what up, bro? What's
You got
going
it.
on?
DJ V, what's going on? And congrats on season 2 of the DJ V show. I
Yes.
checked it.
Yeah, everybody's popping up with podcasts. What's going on
Right,
here, bro?
I checked it
But
out last
but-
week with him and Rampage. So
Yeah, that's
Rampage
dope.
was on the show last.
That's dope.
last
How was your
Friday.
weekend, bro?
Okay.
I shouldn't even talk about that, bro.
No.
It's some tragedy that happened this weekend.
Oh,
Ye-
what happened?
Oh, okay.
They'll talk about it.
So Thursday.
better.
What do you mean?
You better, because I'm an advocate for this. I yell at everybody for this.
Here we go. So Friday, I was at Club Icon in Kenosha. So it's a regular Friday night there. Saturday,
Talk to them.
shout out to Club Icon. Saturday, I was at Joe's on Wheat Street. I've never the last time I played at Joe's was last year, St. Patrick's Day last year. So they're doing something different called Saddle Up Saturdays, where they're trying to have like bringing a crowd in on the once a month, where DJs play like a whole bunch of hits and like a few country hits and stuff like that. So
That should be a regular club night, right?
So yeah, but they had Joe's on Wheat Street. They had bands every week. So
Right.
they try to do something different. and
I
have
thought
a
they
DJ.
they rotated between DJs and bands.
No, it's mostly bands now. So they try to do that and have DJs in when they don't have bands and stuff like that. So
That place is old school, bro. that place has probably been around before you were born.
So that was that, and then so Sunday. So after
Talk about it.
So after Sunday,
Ladies and gentlemen, get your tissues out. This is some of us will cry.
Oh, here we go.
After Joe's on Wee Street on Saturday, I went over to go meet up with DJ J Funk. Shout out to him. I needed some speakers. I needed more speakers for Milwaukee's Pride Parade, for DJing on their float for Club Icon. So I grabbed the speakers from J Funk.
Thank God.
Stop.
Sorry, Jay.
So and then Sunday, I went up to Milwaukee, set up for the float for Club Icon and stuff like that. Everything is fine up until the rain came, which was shortly before the parade was supposed to start. So it was raining, it was drizzling, then it became a downpour. Once they noticed that it was drizzling, they decided to wrap up all the speakers they just put plastic garbage bags over the speakers. And then they also did it too with the controller and my laptop. I don't know why. I don't know how water got into the controller, but it did. The controller stopped during the parade. Thank God I had a mixing board, because they were just on the mic hyping them up and all that stuff. So at the end of the parade route, we were trying to see if the controller was gonna come back on. It didn't. So yeah, heartbreaking.
Wait, whose controller?
DJ Nez's.
Okay.
So
You said mine.
No,
If it was yours, it would have been a lot less traumatic.
it's still a little bit traumatic. It's a controller. I treat it like it's mine.
That's like seeing a dog get abused. I know.
So
it's bad.
so my controller. Not my controller. DJ Nez's controller. So the controller was not working. I went to my mom's house because I stopped by my mom's and tried to power it on. Didn't work. I woke up this morning, tried to power it on. Still didn't want to come on. It was on, but it was on for like a minute, then it shut off. So I took it apart, air dried it, used the electronic cleaner, sprayed that out too and stuff like that. It's still in my house right now, unopened, the back open, letting it air dry and stuff.
Let me ask you a question.
What up, Envy?
What up, Envy? What's going on, bro? What's good? What's good? What's up? And Dennis. Yeah, nobody has an OF over here.
What's
bro,
up,
so stop
Unforgiven? Go ahead.
Oh, he wants to know about your OF fan, your fan club,
Go ahead.
OnlyFans. Did you check? Okay, because all those are
Here we
nickel
go.
plated, right?
Here
All
it
your
comes.
solder, right?
Here it comes.
Did you make sure that they're not corroded? You don't have any
There's-
white corrosion on them
No.
because that couldn't.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
everything's fine.
All right.
So I'm just letting it dry.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
just let it air dry. Don't put it in rice, so.
I was gonna say that, man.
hopefully the controller comes back to life.
Bro, you know it's funny because he told me about this, and I'm a part of the Pioneer group on Facebook, and somebody actually did that. Somebody actually bought 2 bags of rice and put their whole controller in
They
the whole
sure
thing of
did.
rice.
I saw
in
that.
almost like a cat box in a cat litter.
But did it work?
I don't know. He never responded. I doubt it. I doubt it
It would
because
be fun to find out.
yeah, it would be. It
Right,
would be.
right,
It would be
right.
definitely for sure. It would be, but yeah, I don't think. No,
Yeah, probably.
it doesn't work for a phone 99% of the time. It
Pretty
doesn't.
much, yeah.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work.
Well, it works for some phones. It works for my. I remember this was
An iPhone.
Yeah, I remember this was years.
iPhones are waterproof.
This was
To an extent.
Before then, this
No,
was,
to an extent,
no,
they've
no.
always been waterproof.
I remember I had the iPhone 7 and it wasn't waterproof. It wasn't fully waterproof, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I dropped my phone in the cup holder on my car, and I didn't know I had water in the cup holder, and I dropped it, and obviously got water damage. I put it in rice. It was working.
It's what the Hispanics say. Ay, Dios mío.
That was the thinking. How was your weekend now?
My weekend was very, very, very busy. Obviously, Friday night. Well, Wednesday obviously I had club karaoke. Thursday I had off, and then my son was in the hospital for 2 days. So I've been in there with him. He decided he wanted to Karate Kid the tree, and so he busted his pinky by his knuckle. It was pretty bad, so it got infected. So we took him to the emergency room over here by the house, and they were just like, dude, this is pretty bad. So they sent him to the Laurie's Children's Memorial down to see an infectious skin doctor. So he turned out to be all right. They IV'd. The only reason we had to stay was the doctor. They had the doctor come in, the specialist come in, and he cut it open and he did everything. He squeezed it out, bro. The only thing that traumatized me the most is when he took a cotton swab and put it into the cut, into my. So you see the cut. It was pretty brutal. But I was in there for a while, and they had through the IV. They were giving him medications through the IV. So, but he's good now. He's back to normal. Thank God. So thank God. Shouts out to the doctors and everybody. Actually, children. I've never been there for an overnight stay. That's one badass hospital, bro.
They're good.
Bro, what are you talking about, man? They got everything in this. They got the children's playroom down there.
Huge technology in there.
Yeah, you're talking, dude. There was kids from there. Sad part was that because me and my wife, kept switching out. She went to go down to the cafeteria or whatever. So, I mean, as you're walking through the hallways, obviously everything's done by key card. You can't get anywhere without securities everywhere. It's top notch over there. But it was just weird the way everything just panned out, man. And it was kind of sad because and I had to ask. I saw kids by themselves all day, all night. Because I would go downstairs, want to smoke a cigarette, whatever, get some air, walk around, whatever. And I did that while my wife stayed with our son. And and as I'm walking through, I mean, during the day, these kids were by themselves. At night, they were by themselves. Some of these kids were really bad, and it was sad to me to see that. I was like, where are your parents? I never saw anybody in those rooms except for the nurses or doctors. Wow. That was it. So it took me for a toll, and I had to ask the nurse, and she was like, I didn't take it at first. I kind of took it bad, but then as I thought about it, I was like, she goes, not everybody's got two beautiful parents like this child does. Some parents are by themselves. Some parents have to work. Some of these kids are children of the ward. They got taken from their parents, so they have nobody, man. I'm like, oh, man, bro, my chest got tight, bro. As a father, it was like, damn, I couldn't imagine. So, but shouts out to all the doctors, the staff, everybody over there was just absolutely freaking amazing. Friday, what was that Friday? I forgot what it was Friday. I'm doing an Alex T. Kid. What was that Friday? Friday.
Wedding?
Huh? No. That was Saturday. I had. Well, speaking of for a wedding, obviously, shouts out to Chicago Theater Works.
I saw that.
You know, fucking
Nick
dude.
Ramos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Mr. Ramos himself, man,
Yeah.
did a great place with that. Or did a great job with the place. He did a lot of stuff. Fixed the sound system from while I was there. Wedding turned out great, amazing. And then I was actually gonna go see Point afterwards, but it was raining, and I was like, you know what, I'm going home, dude. I was like,
MCM.
yeah, bro. See, yeah, man. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to Point before he walked in today. So we were I was just shooting the shit. Still a brother of mine. I love him to death, man. Hey, he's still pulling out pictures with you guys back in the day. We were all nice and skinny, and had all our hair, and
Yeah. No, I was just talking to Point actually a few times this month because he was helping me out with some a system that I just bought.
Oh, cool.
So he's been helping me out with that. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you're getting T-shirts?
No. Speakers.
Oh, speakers.
Speakers. Yeah.
Oh, you.
So I'm going to the audio kind of conference kind of
That's awesome.
thing.
That's
I
awesome.
didn't do it before, but someone said, "Hey, do you do this?" Yeah, I know you podcast. I'm like, "Do I do this?" And I talked to God about it, and he said, "Yeah, you do it." I'm like, "Yeah, I do it."
Damn.
How much you paying? Yeah, I do it.
Well, you know what? Don't worry about us, man. We're here for you, man. So let's talk about you, man, because there's a lot of stuff. Again, thank you for being here, man. This is awesome, man. First of all, you, dog, Carlos, Flava Podcast, Deacon now. So I don't even know where to go with this, man.
Deacon, it's funny you say that because I'm looking on Twitch right now, and Sir Scooter 94 said Deacon Los does have a nice ring to it. That's what he said.
Like Deacon Los, man. How'd they get the Los? Obviously, Carlos,
from the Carlos of the Los. Yeah.
So that was given to you, or did you want
I got
that?
it from Nori. Tell you the truth.
Who?
I might got it from Nori. You know how Nori says his name on Dream Chats?
Oh yeah.
So I think I got it from Nori.
Ah.
So when I'm on my podcast and say, you listen, you're about to say you're listening to the sounds. Look at your face, bro. Look at your face. It took me back in the day. I'm looking at you. So listen to the sounds of DJ Al. Do it.
Yeah, bro. It was fucking MC Carlos, man. I mean, dude, man, he did it all, man. The only thing you didn't do was DJ.
That's the only thing I didn't do. I wish I learned, but
why?
It's so much money in it. There's a lot of money in it.
There's a lot of money invested into it, maybe.
There is, but there is money.
There's a lot of greenback. There's a lot of greenback.
If you market yourself
you got a beautiful house. It pays for it, right?
We pay for it. Me and my wife pay for it. I don't know how much the DJ. No, actually,
Well,
you know what?
I MC.
Yeah.
I'm the promoter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
like
that was the thing.
Come on.
That was the thing. I mean, you do some pretty big parties back in the day. I mean,
Yeah.
you were one of you were the triple OGs.
Yeah, it all started off at Alcatraz.
Yep.
Wow.
Alcatraz, yeah.
Yeah, it was before you were born, homie.
Back in the day with Ziggy D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ziggy and Luis and
Luis Ramirez.
Yeah.
Al Cisnero, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Al Cisneros.
And Luis Ramirez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, this is awesome, dude. Yeah. This is, I mean, we got history here, bro. I mean, you still look the same, though.
People tell me that.
Yeah, you still look the same.
They say I look young. I'm 51 years old, my bad knees.
Really?
Bad back.
You don't look it. I'm sorry.
There you go.
It's that Latin blood, bro. It's that
You
Latin
don't
blood.
look it. I'm so serious. You don't look it. I saw your snaps, and then when you're showing off the studio, and yeah, you don't look it. I'm sorry, but that's good.
I'll be 52 this year. Yeah.
Wow.
What up, Vic? What's going on? Mike Cabron, what's up? Oh, sorry. Mike Carbone. Sorry, bro. I can't swear next to the deacon. My bad.
You're good.
So you yeah. Gio, what up, man? What's going on, man? Yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's talk about you, man. Dude, like I said, man, I mean, you were one of the triple OGs. You were one of the guys who actually started Crazy Crew, right?
Yeah, well, it was me, Ziggy Torres.
Yeah, man.
Cruz Montanez,
Mm-hmm.
Sandro, I forgot Sandro's last name, and DJ Scratch.
Yeah, man. I still talk to Scratch. He's in Texas.
Yeah.
I see him on TikTok a lot, man.
Yeah.
He was supposed to come to Chicago soon. He says he was coming. He was coming back. Yeah, he wanted to come see all the brothers. I told him I wanted him on the podcast. He was like, for real. That's all. He's got a lot of followers on TikTok too.
Yeah, he does that live, right?
Yeah, he does that live.
Yeah.
Maybe you should start doing things live. You like so much live stuff, and you don't do
like
things
watching
live.
it. I don't like doing it.
I like watching other people mess up, man. Not myself.
Right.
Yeah,
Even though I believe in the viewers that watch the Flava podcast, I would know. I don't do retakes. I try not to.
What do you mean retakes?
So if I come in hot and I fumble the words, I don't do them over. Even though I did it this weekend, but we kept on recording.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so you'll stop and you'll do it again? Like a
I
second
don't
take?
do that.
Oh,
Most
you don't
people
do
want to do that.
Okay.
When they're recording in my studio, a lot of people, they record in my studio.
So you don't get like background stuff like this asshole doing it? I'm sorry, this guy doing it right now?
No, we get that. We get
Really?
that. Yeah.
Good. Huh. You dude, you always produce gold, man. Like your hat.
Well, the thing is, we get that, but when we edit it, we take it out.
Yeah.
Just
We can't edit. We're live.
fade the back out, and you don't hear it. Yeah. Or people touching the mic, or hitting the table.
Oh yeah,
You know,
tapping. Oh, that drives
So
me crazy.
in the editing, I take it all out.
Like I'm doing right now.
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't do that earlier.
It was fine before.
That's cool, man.
Go ahead.
So you guys, we did Alcatraz. We did
Alcatraz, Central.
Wow,
Polo
Central
Club.
Yep, Polo.
I don't know if back in the day if you were there, but Kabooms.
Yeah, I was there. I went to Kaboom's a couple times.
Yeah, Eric's North, Excalibur, all those old nightclubs.
All the
Caliber's
big
Theater.
places, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Who do you still talk to?
I don't talk too much to be
Really?
honest. No.
Or Point, obviously.
Booby from Crazy Crew. Once in a while, I talk to Ziggy because he's my compadre.
Yeah. He's good, man. He's good. I think we did his wedding, me and Point.
Did you?
Yeah, he just got married.
It was in Berwyn.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Like a second floor. It was on second floor.
No. It wasn't on the second floor. No. Well, I could have sworn it was Ziggy's. I could have sworn we did one of the. Oh no! It wasn't Ziggy. My bad. It wasn't Ziggy. It was somebody else. My bad. Nah, he wasn't with Crazy Crew.
Okay,
that's cool.
It wasn't that Ziggy.
It was. As a matter of fact, that's what I was like. Wait a minute. No, Ziggy's been married. He's happy.
Yes,
everything's good, man.
A long time.
As a matter of fact, I just saw he posted something on Facebook about an anniversary.
They probably did.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Congratulations if you're watching, Ziggy. We love you, bro. Good shit.
Shout out to Ziggy.
We're waiting for your autographed copy of your book, bro.
Is that a book coming out?
Yeah, you guys should write a book, man.
Hey, Ziggy, come out with a book.
Yeah, the Chicago Legends right here, bro. Come on, man.
I am actually writing a book of my life and whatnot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I felt I've been through some stuff, throughout the years, and
we all have.
We haven't
seen each other, so you don't know most of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I do advocate for suicide prevention because I'm a survivor.
Wow.
Of suicide, so I do advocate for that. So I want to tell people how it started when I first was born.
Let's do it. Let's talk about Carlos.
Wait, no.
He's talking about
the book.
I want to talk about it right now. Just give us a little bit.
We had 3 hours.
I was just about to say we're not gonna have a lot of time for that.
Hey, listen. Can we get a what do you call it? Can we get?
I'll tell you the beginning.
Can we get?
Tell you how it starts.
All right, cool.
It starts in Puerto Rico, in the montaña, in the top of the mountain.
He's Jamaican. He's guys. He's our neighbor. He's our neighbor, bro.
Awesome. So my mom she thought she had to use the washroom. Now back in those days, in 1970s, well, when I was born in 1973, they didn't have washrooms where my mom was in the house. It was an outhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So she went to go use the washroom because she felt that she needed to go, but in reality, she was having contractions.
Oh, wow.
So,
but she knew she was pregnant.
She would.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So she gets in the outhouse and she's using the washroom and she pushes and my leg pops out.
Wow.
So now she's freaking out, right? That she's in the outhouse and my leg popped out.
Yeah, because heads come first.
So now she's screaming, and then my grandmother comes from inside the house into the outhouse, and the first thing that my grandmother sees, this was like, I think it was like 7:30 at night, and it was a little bit dark, not too dark, but it was a little bit dark. But all my grandmother sees is my toes and my toenails. Mm-hmm. So she's thinking that's my face. So she screams out, "Monstro, monster! There's a monster in you! There's a monster in you!"
Wow.
And that's how I was. There's more to it, but that's the beginning of the book.
Okay. Wow. That's an interesting story. that right there, because as a parent, the head comes out first, so you had your leg pop out first, so you were breached.
I had a little bit of cord around my neck and everything. So
wow.
It was. I could have died.
Damn.
But they got me to the hospital and whatnot, and yeah.
Wow.
Which took a while too. My mom's like, took a while because she was my grandmother's house is on the very top of the mountain in Vega Baja.
Yeah. I'm from Yauco, so it's all from the side of the mountain. Yeah,
so it took
bro.
a while for people to come up. and get her and then take her back to the
Can I
house.
ask you a question? Why are the grandparents always at the very top,
I have
and
no
then the
idea.
family just starts buying the houses and the land,
yes,
right?
It's like that.
It's like that in Yoko too.
They don't
It's-
want to look down on you.
They want to see everything you're doing.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
you.
yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go see grandma. It's actually a 2-mile walk straight up the mountain, straight up the mountain. I
straight,
mean, literally, you're on your tippy toes as you're walking up.
It's like
Oh,
that.
wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to go. You've never been to Puerto
I
Rico?
haven't been. No,
Oh,
I
it's
haven't
beautiful.
been.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was.
What
Still
part?
is.
What part is not beautiful?
Right, it still is.
After the 5 earthquakes.
Oh god.
Oh, but no, they fixed
That was-
it up. I mean,
That was because of the fault line. Because the Penelos were hitting the fault line.
Yeah,
They
there's still
kept-
some
they were
parts
drilling.
that are not fixed yet, but for the most part, Puerto Rico's it's back. It's beautiful. There's a lot of
When was the
there's
last
a lot
time
of
you've been
abandoned
out there?
houses.
Yeah, there's a lot.
A lot.
A lot of abandoned houses, a lot of, you know what's sad is I was in Bayamon, and we went to go see some family in Bayamon, and there was, when I went there, the kids were, it was bad. It was all dirt roads. You know what I'm saying? The kids were playing basketball outside with just shorts, you know, their feet all dusty. You know what I'm saying? And the dogs were, you know, just skin and boned,
Everywhere.
and the horses, and the
everywhere
horses.
dogs.
Yeah,
Dogs
right.
are everywhere.
Right, but still, the dogs, the kids. I mean, yo, it just looked like some commercial that you would see at, you know, an infomercial at night, bro.
Yeah.
And I saw it firsthand, so I was just like, wow, bro. And it's a lot of drugs out there, bro. A lot of people are addicted to drugs
I
out
feel like
there.
it affected you.
It did because that's my
I
home.
can tell.
That's my
I can
home,
tell,
bro.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
my home. It did. It's
It's
sad.
like you're giving me a vision of what it looked, and I'm seeing it, and I'm like, wow, yeah.
Yeah, it messed me up in the head that I can actually sit there and I think about that every time somebody says to go. I want to go to Puerto Rico. Well, you go outside of San Juan, and it's not what it used to be.
Vega Baja's not like that. They're back.
Yeah,
Ponce's back. Where else did I go to the island? Ponce.
the hurricanes after the hurricanes, it was just like they
Toata.
got nailed like back to back to back to back to
You know,
back.
you know
what
what's
I'm saying?
funny? You probably didn't know about Puerto Rico that when you go to a junket,
Mm-hmm.
there's no more insects.
Really?
You won't get bit by a fly, a mosquito.
Why is that?
The hurricane killed them all.
Really?
Yeah,
No, sure.
which I love that because bugs love me.
Yeah,
They love to bite me.
yeah.
I can't stand going to a forest preserve. I got to be all sprayed up.
Really?
When I went to the junket, I didn't have to.
Wow.
And I asked we did a tour, and I asked, and they're like, "There's no mosquitoes here."
Wow.
The Hurricane Maria
Right.
killed them all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I haven't been to Puerto Rico in a couple of years, or actually, it's been several years. But I mean, you know, I got to go back.
Go back. You got to go back.
I do. I have to go.
You
back.
see that's different.
I have to. I mean, my sister went there. We saw one. After my grandparents passed, and you know, and stuff like that. It's just, you know, we still have the house out there, but there's a lot of fight. You know what I'm saying, between family on it. You know how it is.
There's
bro.
always that.
You know
There's-
how it
there's
is.
always
Oh well, no, I took care of him, and I
Just split
you
the
know.
land and that's
Yeah.
it. Or,
That's pretty much And you know, my great grandmother lived on the property as well. You know, she passed on, and it was crazy because my grandmother lived in a freaking shack, in a wood shack out there with the
how it was back in the
windows.
day.
Yeah, bro. She didn't want to move.
That's how my mom was raised.
Yeah, it was crazy,
yeah.
bro.
Until
I mean,
they-
she had a bathroom and
Until they
everything.
knocked down the shack and then build the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
And
But
now
that thing, bro,
they
as
have
a
a washer beside.
As a shack, bro, that thing still survived all the hurricanes and
Yeah,
everything, bro. It was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, what is this
And you
wood made
still
out of?
see
bro?
them out there.
Yeah, I know.
You still see them. You go
yeah,
down
the
the
Gilados,
roads,
bro.
You'll see them in the back somewhere.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
shacks that people used to live
So across from my grandmother's house was the Dole banana plant.
Okay.
That's where they had all the bananas. So I remember, bro. I remember, man, dude. It was I grew up most of my life there. I
I
loved
love
it.
Puerto Rico.
I loved it.
You can eat off the land, like literally eat off the
Oh
land.
yeah, canepas
And that's
all
what-
day.
And that's what people do because let's say you have canepas on your land, right? Somebody else has plátanos on their land.
Yeah,
Somebody
they
else has
trade.
yuca on their land. Everybody just gets together and they trade.
Bro, on a Saturday night or during the morning times, you hear it was almost like the ice cream truck, but they sell café con pan.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was
Oh,
fresh
yeah.
bread with
That's
butter on
love.
it,
That's love
bro.
right
And they
there.
sell you the whole loaf
Yeah.
with a big thing of fucking café. Oh my god, oh fire,
So you need to
bro!
go
I'm
back.
telling you, bro, fire,
You
man.
need
I
to go back.
remember.
You need to swipe that credit card, take the family, bro.
Yeah, all day, right, all day. My wife wants to go, so let's just go. We'll make it a trip. We'll make
She
it a
also
trip.
from Puerto Rico?
No. She's from here. She's white.
Oh, okay.
White girl. She's a white girl. She's a white girl.
She's Caucasian.
Yeah, she's Caucasian. You know,
Okay.
that's why I'm still alive.
That's a good one.
But we'll talk about that another time.
Latina day.
Yeah, bro. I don't think if I married a Latina, I would still be alive nor DJing. So, nah, there's some good ones out there.
So you guys DJing somewhere like for every Friday, every Saturday?
Yeah, pretty much.
Residency?
Residencies. I mean, dude, we're pretty much established, man.
Okay, good.
So, I mean, everything that we were doing back in the day, now, it's a blessing. I could say it's a blessing that I've been DJing for now going on 38 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, I started when I was 10, bro. I started when I was 10, and then, Rippin' Out Rodriguez gave me my first spot.
Okay.
At the St.
I
Ben's
haven't heard
dances.
that name in a long time.
Yeah, bro. He's still around, man. He's still doing his thing, too. He's still DJing. He's in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. He's married. He's got his kids, and I think his son just graduated college, I believe.
He's DJing in Vegas?
Yeah, he DJs in
Is he
Vegas.
have residency somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah,
Hotel?
no, at a taco place.
Oh, what?
A taco place, I think. It's
do that?
tacos and something out there in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, Rippin' Out.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Rippin' Out.
I know. I think I know.
Yeah, tacos. It's a taco joint, but then they have a rooftop, and everything in Vegas. When I say taco joint, it's not like
I'm thinking Wanty Tans, bro.
Yeah, no, that's why. When I saw your face, I was like, no. The taco place, it's like a 5-star restaurant over there, and they got a rooftop bar and the whole 9 yards, and yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah, he takes videos and pictures out there all the time, man. It's pretty dope.
Oh, shouts out to Rippin' Out, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so he's doing good, man, and we talk every so often. Bear Who, I saw you saw. I was so mad, bro. I heard he was here, man, and I've been dying to see him. And shouts out to Bear, man, and the book, man.
I interviewed him.
I know, man.
He was my sixth episode when I first started. We went out to his house. We flew out to Miami.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
And we recorded in his studio.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. So you got it like that, though.
And then when he came here, we're friends. We see each other.
Friends. That's a brother, bro.
We see each other.
That's a brother. Yeah, of
like
course.
Our parents know each other. Our mothers know each other. So when he came back here, he said he had the book thing. He's like, "Yo, can I record this? Like, let's do this."
Yeah, should say less.
Yeah.
I wanted to get him on the show, but he was with his book and everything, and I don't know. I haven't seen him in years, man. Mm-hmm. Cookie. Oh man, bro.
We actually got a chance to. I got to fix the video because the video got a little messed up. But he talked about Cookie, and he never ever talks about Cookie.
Yeah.
He opened
he
up.
doesn't
that
know
day.
who Cookie is.
Well, he's young.
Yeah.
How old are you?
37.
Yeah, you're young.
Yeah, you're way young, bro. Well, it was a voiceover that he did. It was a voice, and it was a girl's voiceover. And he was fucking hilarious, man.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it got to Julian used them.
Everybody used
Yeah, Julian Jumper Perez used them on his mixtapes, and he did some stuff for B96.
Oh,
He did some like background voices. Yeah, he was dope,
He
man.
made Cookie big in Chicago. Everyone knew Cookie.
Yeah, everybody knew Cookie, bro. Everybody knew Cookie, bro. It was funny, man. And then you see him, and you be like, "That's not Cookie, bro. There's no way that he's
about 6'1".
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Dark skinned guy.
Yeah, he looks like a bouncer, bro. Some of you do not want to see in an alley at night, bro. Nah, this ain't no superhero type thing, bro. But he's the greatest guy. Greatest soul you'll ever meet. Great dude, man. He's actually a part of Pamp's crew too.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, he's we had Pamp, man. That's another band.
I know Pamp called me for these right here. He's like, "Yo, I need some headphones." So he came by the studio and grabbed them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for our podcast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He told us about that. No, that's all right. I got spare ones. I told him I got spare ones. So man, what else is going on, man? You're a deacon now, man. This is awesome. Let's talk about
Yeah. I got into the church about 14 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going through some stuff in my life, suicide stuff, and just wanted a different route. I always knew God.
Mm-hmm.
My mom always gave us that foundation as a child. We had that foundation. And we're always at church.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't always doing the right thing at church. More like playing spin the bottle at church.
Yeah. Them church girls.
Right.
Yeah.
But the word still got in me somehow,
Right.
Doing all that bad stuff, the word still got in me. So my foundation was always God. And when I was going through my thing, I searched for him. Said, I need him. And let me see if he could help me. And I met my pastor, Pastor David, and he just took on to me. And he was real cool with me. And let me tell you a story for everyone to know. Okay, here we go. So one day I decided I was going to take my life. I was going to church, but it wasn't working for me. And I was going to take my life. I was just feeling no one loved me. Everyone uses me. They want the platforms that I give them, right? They want a DJ, I give them a DJ. They want to be on the top of the stage, I give them the stage. They want to do comedy, I give them the comedy. But I felt like I wasn't loved by people. I was used by people. And it just made me feel crappy, like all the time.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. So my pastor found out that I wasn't going to go to a retreat that I paid for. So he called me into his office. He knows I have long breaks at work. And we usually eat like burritos together. So he's like, yeah, we're going to burrito right on your break. So I go to his office and have this burrito, and I'm like, what's up? You know, what do you want to talk about? He's like, I heard you're not going to the retreat. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go. Give it to somebody that needs it. He was like, Carlos, you paid for it. I'm like, but somebody else might not afford it, so just let them go. And he said, no, you should go. He knew what was going on with me. He knew in my mind I was taking myself out that weekend. I didn't tell him, but he has a connection with God, right? So he was trying to make sure I went to this retreat and he could watch me. So I told him, no, I'm not going to go. And he told me I was going to go. And then I told him, how are you going to fix me? So I just blurted out, how are you going to fix me? And he said the word of God, and he had the Bible in front of him. I go, is there a magic scripture in there? I started getting real cocky with him, which I never did before. Yeah. But now I'm upset because he's trying to force me to go.
Yeah.
And
yeah, your mind made up.
And he said yes. And I'm like, BS. Like really loud. And he's like, Carlos, you got to go. And I said, F you. And I started walking towards the door because I'm a lover, not a fighter. And trying to get out that room and get out of there.
Right.
He was coming around his desk, so I started walking a little faster. But what he did was not push me out, kick me out, but held the door closed. And he says, you're not going anywhere. And he starts saying, Carlos, I love you. And I looked at him. I was like, man, just let me go. I need to go back to work. He's like, no. Promise me you're going to go to the retreat. He goes, in fact, let me take you myself. Don't go on the bus with the guys. Don't drive out there in your car. Go with me. Let's drive together. And I was like, no, I'm not going to go. Get out of my way. And he wouldn't get out the way. I'm like, get out of my way. Nope, get out of my way. No, Carlos, I love you. Get out of my way. Carlos, I love you. God loves you. He knew what was in my mind.
Yeah.
And I planned it out. That weekend, I made sure that my daughter, I had custody of my daughter, that my daughter was going to be with the mom.
Yeah.
And my shotgun was ready.
Damn.
Because I was going to take care of myself that weekend. And somehow he knew something was up with me. And as I'm telling him, no, get out of my way, he's like, no, God loves you. And I'm like, Pastor, get out of my way. And he would not budge. And I yelled at him, get out my effing way. And he jumped on me and held me. And started just telling me, I love you, Carlos. God loves you. I love you, Carlos. God loves you. And I'm crying. I'm telling him, let me go. Just let me go. We're both on our knees now at this point. I'm just crying. He's crying. And he's like, God, just come. Just come with us. I said, okay, I'm going to go. That was Wednesday. That Friday came around. He's waiting for me to show up. I'm at home. I wasn't going to go. I changed my mind. And he called me and said, yo, get over here. You're going to come or what? And I was like, well, I don't want to go. Then he started talking. And I was like, oh, I think I should go. I could get back in time. I could still blow my brains out before my daughter gets here. I make sure I took her keys away. So the only one that could get in the house now is the landlord. So he'll find me first. I didn't want my daughter to find me that way. I planned it out, man. I planned it out. Go to the retreat. Oh, first we drive to the retreat, and he was a Bears fan, so me and him argued the whole entire time.
Wait, you're not a Bears fan?
I am not a Bears. Why is people Bears fans? I just don't understand why.
I'm not a fan of any Chicago team anymore, bro.
I'm a Green Bay Packer fan. I like winners.
Oh,
I like winners. I said it. Winners.
I'm right next door. We're all right.
Yankees. Hello, Yankees. Yeah. Come on now.
Wow.
The only one I root that suck is the Bulls. But I was here for the dynasty, so I'm gonna still root for them.
That's messed up.
So
we were around. We were
on Fulton Avenue.
Yeah, you're damn right. As a matter of fact, they got bit by one of the canine units at 2001.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, 2001. Remember we were out hanging out at 2001?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
Did somebody got bit by a canine?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I was the one who got
Oh,
bit.
it was you?
Yeah, I was the one that got bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me. Because the fucking cop was like, and I was like, dude, that dog's a little bit too close, bro. And he was, what's wrong, pussy? You scared of a little dog?
Sounds like a cop
And
out
his
there.
dog, his dog fucking pulled him and got me, nipped me on my
Gotcha.
back. And bro, and the fucking,
Then what happened?
Nah, dude, and the guy was like, he was like, oh, bro. And I was like, oh, my back, bro. And literally, I still got the bite marks from the fucking canine in my back. And he didn't find anything on us. We weren't doing anything wrong. We were just hanging out at 2001.
Everybody was outside.
Yeah, everybody was outside, exactly. And we weren't gangbanging. We weren't doing that. You know what I'm
We're
saying?
not gangbanging,
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and then he turned around and he goes, all you motherfuckers, get up and get the fuck out of here. And because
He wanted you out of there because he knows that was a lawsuit.
Yep.
He knew that right away. Yeah.
Yep.
So we drive out there. He lets me loose in Wisconsin. So it's a campground. It's a Salvation Army campground. And he's like, keep an open mind, meet people, have a great time. We'll see each other at the end on Sunday. This is Friday. So I met some guys, made friends right away. I met friends.
You are, man. You're an awesome person.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Urel and Jason. And all weekend long, I saw people coming to Christ. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Guys just coming to Christ, getting out the depression, getting out their bad marriages that they're going through, the depressions they were going through, getting out losing a job or whatever it was, you know what I'm saying, being sick, whatever it was, they were going through, being on drugs, whatever it was. And it was great. And I saw people come to Christ, and I was happy for them.
Mm-hmm.
But there was this thing called Encounter for the new people to show up.
Mm-hmm.
So Encounter, they get everybody else that's been there already,
Mm-hmm.
and the new people stay in that room. Well, to stay in the chapel. So they hand you a pamphlet, right? And in this pamphlet, it's a booklet actually. This booklet, you open it up and you read the questions and you answer. So as I was reading the questions, I was getting upset.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was getting pissed off. It's like, how can you guys ask us to answer these questions?
What kind of questions?
There was just questions that rocked your world. Things they knew that would shake you up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Your triggers.
It would triggered me big time.
Yeah.
And I was reading it, and I didn't say anything. I got upset, and I threw it on the ground. And one of the brothers came out to me, and he put his shoulder on me, and I slapped his hand off my shoulder. I was like, "Don't touch me."
Yeah.
I go, "How you guys asking those questions?" And he's like, "Nobody's gonna see that but you. You answer them, you keep that. Nobody's gonna see that but you. They had something going on." So I'm like, "Nah." And I walked away and walked out the chapel. I walked over to the pond, and there was a pond there, and I just sat there and I started talking to God. I'm like, why would you do that to me? Why would you take me back to that memory lane?
Yeah.
With those questions. And I was broken. But then I went back because I felt that he said, answer them. You need to answer them. So I went back, filled it out. And the guy said, just keep it in your back pocket until Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night. So I can't tell you what happens because if somebody goes to the retreat, I can't.
Right.
So Sunday came around.
It's also in your book.
Yeah, it'll be in the book.
Can't tell you everything. Sorry, guys.
It'll be in the book.
You have to buy the book.
So Sunday came around, and there's 300 men, right? There's 300 men from around Chicagoland area in the chapel. And Pastor Hannah from east, from the east side, east-west, southeast church, he was there. Pastor Choco was there. Pastor David was there. Pastor Ephraim was there. Pastor Rico was there. All these heavy hitters in our church were there. And Pastor Hannah got on the mic and he said, you guys know someone that is talking about taking their lives. He said, grab them. And I'm thinking, the only one that knows is my pastor. And I know he ain't telling nobody my business.
Mm-hmm.
So you hear, because Pastor Hannah said, grab them hard. Like, grab them. And he did this. And bring them up here. So all you hear throughout the whole chapel was, oh,
Yeah.
oh. I'm like, okay, it ain't me. It's them. Okay, there's more guys going through what I'm going through.
Right.
You know? So I'm like, there's like 20 rows of seating, and I'm in the middle, and I got like 7 guys this way, and maybe another 7 on that way. I'm in the middle. I'm like, They're going to grab me, and nobody knows but my pastor.
Yeah.
And he's all the way in the corner. I can see him over there.
Yeah.
So he ain't coming this way, so I'm good. So we're all standing up watching these guys going to the front, right? So I'm like, I'm cool. I got my new jacket on. I'm like, they're not even grabbing my new jacket. It's just like, don't mess me up. And Pastor Isaac, shout out to Pastor Isaac. Love you, bro. If you're watching this. He goes to the end of the aisle where I'm sitting at. And all the guys are standing, and he goes like this. He puts his hand back like this for all the guys to step back.
Like Moses parting the Red Sea.
Yeah, and my dumb butt did not move back. I stood out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I'm sticking out. And all of a sudden, oh! And 7 guys pushed me all the way through to the end. I got to Pastor Isaac. Pastor Isaac's balls, his balls, good Lord Jesus, his eyes are bawling. He's crying hard. And then he's just like, I love you. And he grabbed me and took me to the front. And I looked back, and all the guys in that row were holding on to each other and onto Pastor Isaac. So he's taking me up front, and all the other guys are getting prayed on. And, they, people are around them. They got their hands like this. And Pastor Hannah's walking around praying on people. Pastor Choco's walking around praying on people. Pastor David. All the pastors are praying on people. And then I see Pastor Hannah coming towards me. And he's a heavy hitter, girl. Mm-hmm. Heavy hitter. And I said, if he prays on me, or this is where I'm thinking, if he prays on me, I'm going to hear God. In fact, you know what? If I don't hear God this weekend, I'm going to take myself out on that tip. Mm. But if I hear him, I'm not going to take myself out. So Pastor Hannah comes up to me, and he puts his hands on me, and I'm praying. I'm like, come on, God, I'm going to hear you. And he says beautiful words, but I didn't hear him. Mm. So I'm thinking to myself, I guess I'm just going to take myself out. Never. God don't even love me. So here comes Pastor Choco. Pastor Choco's a real tall man with some big hands. Mm-hmm. And I saw him coming towards me. And I'm like, oh, his hands are going to kill me by himself if he touches me. He's got some huge hands. He puts his hands on me, and he prays, and I didn't feel nothing at all. Pastor Rico did it. Pastor Ephraim did it. And they're doing it for everybody that's there, right? All the men are there. There's a bunch of men just praying over. It's loud in there. People are praying over these guys. These guys are in the middle, and there's guys around them.
It's giving me goosebumps right now, man.
As the guys are praying for me, I'm looking to the side, right? I'm already thinking, I'm going to take myself out. This is nice. This is cool. I love that these guys are praying for me, and they're showing me all this love.
But you pretty much made up your mind.
My mind. I'm going to be done. I only came because I didn't want Pastor David to come to my house and ruin what I was trying to do. Mm-hmm. So I look to the side, and all in the corner is Pastor David. And he's bawling. Yeah. He's crying all by himself. He's not praying on nobody. He's just bawling and crying. I'm like, wow. What is he going through? I'm worried about myself, and, what is he going through? He prays for everybody. He hears everybody's problems all the time. Mm. He might be going through a lot. Yeah. He's soaking, he's taking all that in. Yeah. So I start praying for him. Mm-hmm. And the guys are praying for me. Mm-hmm. So I get down, and I'm praying for him. And God, just be with him. And out of nowhere, I get hit. Like someone tackles me. I don't go down, but I look up, and it's Pastor David. Mm-hmm. And he screams at me, I told you God loves you. I love you. Look at these men. They love you. Mm-hmm. Carlos, we love you. We love you. And I heard nothing. I thought they blew my ears out because everyone's praying and loud. And Pastor David was praying, and he was loud. So I thought my ears were busted. I'm like, oh, my God.
Like you're not listening, yeah.
Everything went blank, and you just hear a dee.
I hear nothing. I don't even hear that. Really? I hear nothing.
Wow.
But it had to be like that.
Yeah.
It had to be silent 100%.
To like fully
and
understand.
Then I heard God talk to me. He said, Carlos, I love you. Wow. And I fell to the ground. It still gives me
goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps right now, dude, talking about it. Trust me. I told you that.
It still gives it to me. Gives me it. I fell to the ground, and I promised him I will never talk about taking my life away. Yeah. And my life belongs to him now. Yep.
You're here for a reason. Yeah. We're all here for a reason, brother. Yeah. You're all here for a reason. You made an impact on a lot of people's lives. You know that, right? Including mine. This is before Deacon. Yeah. So you always been you've always been that person. You've always been an uplifter. Always. Ever since I've known you.
I tried. I was a hard ass too.
Yeah, we all know that.
That was a hard ass tour.
But yeah, but we lived. I don't want to say we lived the street life, but we lived close to that. You know what I'm saying? To where we saw a lot. We engaged a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
My thing when it came to the business and the party life is that I just didn't want us just to be DJs or promoters for a season.
Right.
I wanted this to be our careers. I wanted this to be what we do.
Right.
We wake up to.
Right.
You know, not working at 9 to 5 for somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Some of us are still doing
And
it.
some of us are still doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Actually, three of your what? Four. Oh, actually, Cricket was, and he disappeared. I used
He's
to.
in Texas or Florida or something like that.
Yeah, but me, Point, Scratch. I mean, and Yogi.
Yeah,
Yogi's still doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here and there. Yeah.
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 See, those
My
are your
thing
three,
was,
four
I was hard
portraits.
Right. I was hard on you guys because I wanted you guys to really do it.
Yeah.
Really, really, really do it.
We're doing it.
You know? And I got some flack for it. I got some flack for it for being tough, but the guys know. And Isaiah, shout out to Isaiah.
Yeah.
Even though me and him just went through something, but he always uplifts me and
Yeah.
honors me for doing that for them.
Yeah.
Because
And his little brothers, DJs too.
his older brother.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Peter's his older brother.
That's right.
Yeah.
Peter.
Oh, okay.
Peter's usually in the stream. He's probably in the stream right now. Stephanie, what's up? What's going on, Steph? Yeah, wow. Hey, Chava, what's going on, girl? How you doing? Sue, what's up? Everybody good? Yeah, man, it was giving me goosebumps listening to that story, bro.
Yeah.
Because right now, man, let me tell you something. There's a lot of people going through some shit right now,
Yeah.
A lot.
It's tough. It's tough out there. And
including me.
I say, oh, we need to talk then. I say, for me, I needed God, the God of Abraham, you know, Yeshua. That's what I needed. Other people could go somewhere else with it. I would like them to come to Christ,
Right.
but whatever could help you get through that hurdle of trying to take your life, do it. You know, whatever's going to make you happy, other than taking your life,
Right.
do it. Just do it. If it's positive, do it. You know, I didn't want to go to church. I was like, oh, I'm this club promoter. I did all this stuff. Or, you know, I've been out all night. And in the beginning, to tell you the truth, and Pastor David, if he's watching this, I used to show up to church drunk.
Wow.
Drunk out of my mind. I used to leave AG Lounge because I had AG Lounge at the time.
Yep.
Drink a whole bottle of Jameson,
Wow.
maybe two,
Whiskey. Wow.
maybe two,
Can't do it.
and ended up in the parking lot waiting for him to open the door. So I leave the club, go to the parking lot, he opens the door, I walk in, I go to my corner, and I fall asleep.
Wow.
And I did that for a long time.
Wow.
What was making you go to church?
I knew I needed to get closer with my foundation.
But before that,
What do you mean?
you just said that you would go from AG Lounge to church.
Well, that was it.
Okay.
That was it.
This was
I
okay.
was going through my thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you were like, okay, I got to be here. So you just went.
I showed up, and literally it was like the fourth row all the way to the wall, and I put myself against the wall and I fell asleep. And I would do that every Sunday for a long time.
Wow.
Until I stopped drinking so much and I could actually listen to the sermon.
Yeah.
And as I started listening to the sermon and listening to the pastor, things started changing. You know, church is a hospital.
Yeah.
We got to continue to go.
It's a hospital for your mentality as well as your soul.
We're not perfect. We're all sinners.
Yeah.
We're all sinners. We're not perfect. We go there to get better. You know, so I always tell people, you're going through something, and you want Christ, go to the hospital, which is the church. Go to the hospital.
Yeah.
God does everything for a reason, my friend. Let me tell you something. Because right now, times are rough for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not as far as financially or anything. I'm just saying, just
It
sometimes.
could be mentally.
Mentally, morally.
Emotionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
I'm
mean-
going through my menopause stage in life, but I mean, you know, hey, males go through menopause.
But it's real.
Males go through
Especially
menopause,
if your
bro.
wife is going through menopause, then you're going through menopause
No, she's
too.
younger than me,
That's
so
all I gotta
hopefully
say.
not yet.
My wife's probably watching this right now.
Yeah, there's not room for two of us. So, hey, Barb, what's going on?
It's a lot that you know.
Barb wire, Barb.
It's a lot that all of us are going through. Season 1, Al and I, we talked about our mental health, and we talked about it in great deal. Like, you know, I had panic attacks for like 2 years and stuff like that. And there was a point in time where I wanted to end my life. Al talked about his suicide attempt earlier in his DJ career, and it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, we all went through it, man. I mean, you know,
we're men, and we got a lot on our shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're supposed to take care of the family.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to pay the bills.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't, or we can, and we feel like we're losers, and we're not making it happen. And then you're having problems, whatnot. So all that together, and for me it was all that.
Yeah, for a lot of us. I mean, you know.
Can I say something real quick? I'm not trying to put your business out there, but I said this before, and like you take on too much, and I said that in season 1. Like you take on too much, like, you know.
But it's not that I can handle it. I always handle it, and that's not my issues. That's not the issues. It's other things.
But that's like, but when you take, in my opinion, when you take on too much, that's like just added stress that you don't necessarily need.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
I kind of agree with Al.
Okay.
If you can handle it, I mean, if you really can handle it, you're just not saying you can handle it.
No.
If you can handle it, then you're good.
Yeah.
I juggle a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
Yeah. But it keeps our mind busy.
It keeps
exactly.
me going.
It keeps me going too.
And I haven't dropped anything.
But you know, that's the thing. Like your mind, and I said this, like your mind is running like the Energizer Bunny. But
that's how I am. That's why I'm here.
It keeps you It keeps you going nonstop.
Yeah, that's how I always been.
To
so you think he needs to just idle for a little while?
For a little bit.
I do. You know, and you commended me because I just pulled the boat out and we took the family. Tomorrow we're going to Great America, hanging out with the family. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
And that's my USA time. That's where I want to be.
Family time, bro.
That's where I want to be, and that's my happy place.
You know, when you're an entrepreneur, man.
Yeah.
I think we all are in this room.
Yeah.
Some of us.
No, we are.
Maybe 2.5.
We are.
2.5. 2.5.
That's what we're doing now. That's what we're doing.
You know, we just keep on going. We want to go.
Right. Go.
I get a new idea. I'm working on it already.
Right.
You know, I'm calling my assistant, the one that hit you up earlier, Scooter. That's my assistant.
Scooter?
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
And I get an idea. I'm calling people. Yo, I got this on my mind. Let's work on this. Let's do this.
And that's like another, you know, same thing in relating to this podcast too. Like, you know, we do so much. Like Al books the guest. You know, I do the social media part. I work on the editing on the videos and stuff like that on Premiere Pro and stuff like that.
Plus, you're getting booked at the clubs, and you got your day job.
And on top, and
then you got mom.
And then my mom's fine.
No, I know, but still, you're still mom's little boy. Sorry, you're the only child.
Yeah, but
on her end,
my mom's fine. But
yeah, but still, you still got to take care of her.
He just called you mama's boy.
I'm a mama's boy. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck, my parents sold the house in Wrigleyville and they moved to Florida. I'm still on the phone with my mom.
Yeah.
I miss my parents.
My mom calls me.
I miss my parents.
My mom calls me once in a while, but you know she called me today. But you know,
once in a while she called me today.
But she's fine.
As a matter of fact, she just texted me right now.
How long were you on the phone with
her? Probably about 30 minutes.
Okay.
30 minutes.
All right.
No, sometimes the conversations me and my mom have, they go on for like 10, maybe 20, 30 minutes. But
Coraline, what's up, babe? What's going on?
But, you know, my mom's fine. You know, she wanted to be in Florida. She was all for going to Florida. I moved her down there. She's fine. She's living it up. She's having a good time.
She's living down there now.
Yeah, and she travels back and forth between here.
She's rich.
Between here and
she's rich just like her son.
Oh. Anyways.
They're both rich.
But you know,
kind of like you, Carlos.
I just said DJs are rich. I just said it.
No, we're not rich, bro. We're not rich. We're just.
But like I said, like I feel like, you know, Al takes on too much. That's just my opinion. He says he's fine. That's him.
It all gets done.
But it all gets done. But I'm at that point where I'm at my point in my life. I'm 37 years old. Like I'm trying to take a break. And on certain things. I'm not trying to like work.
Well, you DJ more than I do.
That's a lie. Because you DJ, what, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday?
Sundays.
Okay, Sundays too?
Thursdays.
I'm pretty much the same way.
Thursdays. Monday. The only time I don't DJ is Mondays and Tuesdays, pretty much.
Yeah, you're probably preparing yourself
Yeah.
For the other days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, prepping, getting stuff ready for weddings and new ideas and concepts, and I'm also a sound engineer too. I do installs.
Let's go.
You know, so I mean, dude, I'm a mechanic. You know, I'm a motorcycle mechanic. I work on boats. I do it all, man. I mean, that's just something that I like to do.
I kind of see what he's talking about.
He does more private events. So okay, I give him that. He does more private events. So he
More
has
money.
Okay, but he has lots of stuff. I do more bars and clubs, so I walk and control the hookup and all that stuff. It takes him about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to set up for an event and stuff like
2
that.
to 3 hours sometimes.
Not just that,
Excuse
just
me.
driving out there.
Yeah.
Driving out there.
Driving out
Yeah,
there.
from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love it out here, man. I mean, it's country air. I rarely hear any ambulances around here. I mean, we got the fire station, the police stations right here.
Right now?
Huh?
I just heard one.
Yeah, I
Really?
heard the ambulance.
Yeah,
I got my
you
headphones
hear
on.
I
Sorry.
heard
No.
the ambulance. I heard the
You
ambulance.
hear it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, the fire department's right down the block,
okay.
literally, and then we have the police station right here.
No,
So
it's funny
they
you
might
said.
have.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Hear one
Right.
No, not like the city. Every 2 minutes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You go by my studio, we're recording, and there's another one.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
What's going on,
scary.
Gino Rocket Romo?
Gino, what up, bro? What's going on, man?
But-
Congratulations on this weekend, man. Actually, he talked at a graduation, man.
Yes, you did.
That was awesome.
He was a
That was, you know, Gino. You remember Gino, man? Back in the day, you remember you, dog. I gotta call you dog because that's what everybody.
People-
That's
it's
what we
funny,
know
I
you for.
I think
When
it was-
somebody said Carlos, I was like, Carlos
I think
who?
it was
That's not
Envy.
Carlos.
I think it was Envy one time. I saw him at a Marshalls. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think it was Envy. I saw him at a Marshalls, and he said, "Hey, what up, you dog?" And he said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Deacon."
Yeah.
They
That's
don't want you
every,
to
bro.
talk.
That's every.
They don't want you to talk about your past.
It could have been him. I'm not sure. But I think it
No,
was him.
that's funny because you can't call him Roman. You can't. He gets
No, not
pissed off.
whatsoever.
Yeah. No, you can't. He
I
gets
didn't even
pissed
know, I
off.
didn't even know that was his name for a long time.
That's my government name. Don't say that. I'm Envy. Okay. All right. The ENV. All right. I got you, bro. Sorry. My bad. All right. My bad.
But no, that's just my opinion. That's what I think of Al. But like I say, I'll say he could handle it. He could handle it. But
Dude, what's up, dude?
I tell him sometimes maybe you need to take a little bit of a break. But you know,
I'll take a break when I die.
he says that all the time. But okay.
Because again, just like as you get older, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out that your mind starts racing, and there's projects that you want to
Really?
do, and the stuff that you want to do.
Because I'm at this point in my life where I don't.
And you don't care.
You're right. I don't care, and I don't need any more stress in my life. So.
I'm not stressed out. It just keeps me busy.
He's 37 years old, and he knows what he wants. He wants to chill.
I want to chill.
That's great. That's awesome.
I'll figure stuff out. We're focused on the podcast. I do all that on the end. I do a whole bunch of other things. I edit other videos for other things and stuff like that. So that's what I like to do on my spare time if I get it. But other than
See
that,
if you get it.
if I
Because
get it.
why?
Okay, why? I
You
work
got
and
a
I
lot.
DJ.
Yeah. Again, you have a lot on your plate.
So you both have your. On your
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's you know he's throwing shit
No,
at a
but I
glass
think-
house right now.
I
I guess.
think more he's worried about you.
I'm
It
fine.
seems like a worry.
No.
No, it is. And people in this live stream could agree.
Why? Because I work a lot.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. I've always worked a lot. Ask him. Ever since back in the day, I worked a lot.
I say this: if he could keep it like that without going bananas, do it. But if it does affect you, chill out.
No, it's not affecting me. I'm healthy. I'm good.
Yeah. I'm busy too. I'm busy all the time.
I'm not healthy.
I didn't say that.
Well, you just rolled your eyes.
No, I didn't say that. Well, maybe you should. When was the last time you went to the doctor?
Last week.
House 13 wants to know.
Last week. Last week. None of your business, House 13. No, I'm
House-
joking.
We're
House
gonna get to
13.
his medical
House 13.
records now.
No,
Yeah, you want my you want my medical
No, I
records?
want-
Because hey, bro, listen, my
I told you
cholesterol's
what
down.
I did. I told you what I did.
My
this morning.
cholesterol's down.
You funny. I told you what. You sure about that?
I
sure about that?
I eat Cheerios.
You sure about
without
that?
I eat Cheerios without the honey.
You sure about that? Because I told you what I did. I went to go get my physical done.
With bananas and strawberries in it, just like the commercials. It's great.
I had put sugar in it like the Puerto Rican.
Shut your mouth, bro.
Yeah,
Mind your
you do.
businthis.
We
Mind
put
your
the sugar
business,
in it.
bro.
We put the
Mind
sugar
your
in it.
business. No, dude.
We don't eat no Cheerios
No,
without sugar.
we don't even use the spoon. We just put the bag. Is that milk? It's pure sugar, bro.
I'm on vacation this week, so I had my physical done. So I was, today. So I was like,
Let it come out.
I had to watch my cholesterol, and Yeah,
That's why I said
and
that.
my blood pressure. That's about it.
Blood pressure.
Oh,
Yeah.
there goes the podcast.
You,
There goes the podcast. Yeah,
I
right.
need to relax.
There goes the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our last episode due
You
to
stupid.
doctor's orders.
You stupid.
so are
Doctors and deacons orders.
they talking about pills or no pills?
For now, no pills.
So you're
but
borderline.
I'm borderline. So I have to watch myself. So stop stressing me out. Stop stressing me out, Al. Stop stressing me out.
It's just not that. It's the food we eat.
Exactly that too. I have to start eating a more healthier diet. So I don't eat. Chris says lay off the hot chips. I don't be eat.
Wow,
hot chips.
bro, that's a racist statement.
Shut up. I don't
That
eat
was a
hot chips.
racist statement because these Jamaicans gotta eat
What
hot
he said?
chips.
Oh, he said hot chips?
Yeah, he said lay off the hot chips. No, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
eat hot chips.
racist.
Yeah, right.
He said chicharron with the bag of
He
the
said,
south side.
he said your fingers are red. He said your fingers are red.
You're the only black guy with red fingers, bro.
Lay off the flavor hot. Lay off the flavor hot.
That's funny. That's funny, bro. See, you haven't changed, bro. I love it, bro. You haven't changed. You still got that guy. You still got that. Yo, it's like Frank the Tank in the closet. I get it. Not that closet
So
either.
from Jamaica, what part of Jamaica?
My family, they're from Kingston. They're from the Kingston area.
Jamaica.
Have you been there?
I've been there a few times. 2008, 2012.
Beautiful out there.
Yeah, hot.
I want to go.
It's a little crazy out.
You know
there
what?
Right now, but yeah.
It's one place that I've been, and I don't know, man. Maybe it was different for me when I went. It's beautiful out, obviously, just like Puerto Rico, but it's just like any island. And we're Americans. I mean, he'd blend in. I wouldn't, you know. But as far as that goes, when I was out there,
the dreads.
yeah, right. Yeah, man. Yeah, Ari, man.
that was
Ari.
racist.
Ari, man. Ari. Yeah, well, that's how they talk. Ari, bro. Ari.
Bumba Claude.
Yeah, Bumbleclad. I say that all the time. You're making me crazy. You're making me crazy. I mean, bro, when I was out there, it was weird. Once we got out further, first of all, the airport out there is just absolutely insanity. It's not like O'Hare to where, because you got people that, it's small.
It's
Number
open
one.
air.
Oh, you
Yeah.
went to
It's an
Montego
open
Bay.
Yeah, I went to Montego Bay.
Montego
yeah,
Bay, okay.
that
That
it's
airport.
all open airport.
Yeah.
It's all open, no doors, no nothing.
Oh, yeah,
and you got
the-
people grabbing your luggage. Oh, come on,
yeah.
come take my cab.
Oh, yeah, the
and you
Montego-
should not do that
No,
out
don't
there
do that.
because they'll
Yeah, the
kidnap your ass.
Yeah, no, the Montego Bay Airport is very small compared to Norman Manley, which is the international airport.
Yeah, no, I flew into Montego Bay.
Yeah.
That was I mean, it was beautiful because Montego Bay, right out the airport, there's mountains. I mean, the palm trees. It's breathtaking until you get off that fucking plane.
Yeah.
And you have to walk on the tarmac, and then you got to get in, and then once you get there, and they're throwing your fucking luggage, not giving a rat's ass. You know what I'm
Same
saying?
thing at Haiti. I went to Haiti and did missions trip in Haiti. It was the same way.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, I went to the
And they were
Dominican,
pulling
and
on you,
yeah.
trying to get you to go in their cab or their bus or whatnot.
Yeah, no, you don't do
But
that,
But
bro.
the team is there to like, no, come this way.
Yeah.
Come this way.
Yeah.
But they did get us at Haiti. It got us for some money. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
How
'Cause
much?
we brought toys. It was Christmas time.
Yeah.
So we brought a lot of toys.
Right.
And they told us, "Are you trying to sell them here?" I'm like, "No, we're giving them away to the orphanage we have out
Yeah.
here." And they're like, "No, you have to pay." So we had to go in our pockets and
Wow.
They
a
taxed
duty-
you on it?
Like
oh
a
yeah,
duty?
he opened a box like a cigar box. He opened it up and he said, "Just put it in there." He walked away.
Oh yeah, there's some crooked ass people out
So
there.
we put our money in there, whatever we had in our pockets. We didn't know what we had. We put it in there. He came back. He closed it. He goes, "Okay, you can leave."
That's
In
crazy.
Haiti.
Yeah, when I was in Dominican, because Haiti's they're attached, obviously, but when they told me do not, and they said if you guys are gonna take any tours or anything like that, stay pretty. And this is when they were going to that.
far,
Yeah, that's when they had the what do they call that?
When they killed the president.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they killed the president.
Right,
Yeah.
right after that happened, they were in that. They had what do they call militia? They had militias out there. Yeah,
it was
dude,
dangerous
it was
even
bad.
for missionaries to go out there.
Yeah, it
we
was-
stopped going out there because of that.
Yeah,
Because they would grab missionaries and kidnap them and ask for ransom.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard about
yeah,
that.
big money, man. And they told us, when we were in the Dominican, I was in there for a wedding. I DJ'd a wedding in the Dominican, and that's the only main reason why I was out there. I brought my wife, and we were out there, and everything was cool.
Awesome.
The resort was beautiful, man. But I mean, they were like, if you're gonna take tours and everything, we went to the other side of the Dominican Republic, and because on our side was where the tide was coming in, so it had all the seaweed and everything in the sea was just, and they were like, you want beautiful beaches, you got to go to the other side. So we went there, and it was beautiful. But then even the villagers were like, "Yo, you guys, you're American. We know everything's cool. Yeah, just be cool.
Yeah.
Just there's people out there that are swindlers, obviously.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful out there, but it was scary.
Yeah.
That's one thing I don't like. And I know you're in a third world country, Jamaica. I mean, we went to downtown Jamaica. What is it called?
Kingston?
Is it Kingston?
Or downtown Montego Bay? Which one? You were in
Downtown.
Montego.
I was in Montego Bay, so I might have been.
Ocho
That's where.
Rios?
Yeah, Ocho Rios. Think of.
Oh, okay.
I mean, out there it was badass. Actually, some of the resort or some like the bars have like pools in the back. I mean, huge with water slides, and they go into the oceans and all types of stuff.
They pump some money over there.
Yeah, they pump some money in there, bro. But they have it's the tourist area. It's like Cancun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you see military people that are making sure that these
Well, I didn't see that. Well, I've never been to Cancun.
No?
I've been to Playa del Carmen
Okay, same
a few times.
That's beautiful out there, bro. That's beautiful out there. That's beautiful.
Actually went by myself too.
Really?
During the time I was going through my thing.
Wow.
I jumped on the plane.
Uh-huh.
That's what I did. I was going through my thing. I was thinking about taking somebody out and then myself after.
Uh-huh.
But I ended up just jumping on a plane.
Uh-huh.
Same day I thought about it, I drove to the airport. With nothing. No suitcase, no nothing. Just my wallet and the clothes I have on. And I went to the airport, middle of the night. And I was like, "What's your first plane out?" And they're like, "Sir, there's no place going out right now." "Well, what's your first plane going out this morning? Tomorrow?" "I'll play the coming tomorrow. I want it.
Wow.
And this is that's $1,000 ticket. I'm like,
Whoa.
charge it. They charged it. I ended up on the
Flying
plane.
into Mexico, and then
Flying
you
to
got to take the
Mexico.
boat.
Jeez.
I'm flying to Mexico. I'm in the air. I'm looking out the window. I'm like, I'm really going to Mexico with nothing.
Yeah.
Not myself.
Yeah.
Landed at the airport. Looked around. I saw all these cars, these vans, for hotels.
Yeah.
So I went up to one of the guys. They're driving the vans, and I was like, "Hey, what hotel is this?" And he said, "Oh, it's a beautiful hotel. You want to go?" And I think, "Absolutely. How much is it for a week?" Because I was there for a week.
Yeah.
He goes, "Well, go over there to the people that were just taking the visitors or whatnot."
Yeah.
So I went over there and I asked, and they said $1,000. I said, "Charge the card."
Wow.
And I stood there for a whole week.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
With
Had
same
a great
clothes?
time.
Same clothes and
I
everything?
bought clothes out
Okay,
there.
good.
Yeah,
I was going to
bought
say,
clothes out
man,
there.
cochino.
That card was charged like there was no tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, I bet you.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I had a good time. Met some good people out there.
Tacos
Yeah.
suck out there, bro.
Everything sucks out there when it comes to. Well, no.
No, the food suck, bro. I ain't
So
gonna
I
lie.
went to a resort, so it was all inclusive.
Yeah.
But when I drove out, they told me not to drive out. Jump in the taxi. I'm like, well, I'm gonna do what I want. I jumped in taxis and I drove out to the city. I had some good tacos out there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when you get
Inside
into
the
city.
resort now.
Yeah, no, the resort. Yeah, the food sucked.
And they had food all day long, but it sucked.
Dude, you didn't take the catamaran?
The what?
The catamaran? You know what a catamaran is,
I
right?
had
The
no
big
idea.
boat.
It's a boat. It's a boat.
It's a huge
It's a boat.
boat.
It almost looks like it almost
Looks
it's
like a
like
plane.
almost like it's I don't know. It's like two canoes on either side of it, and it's all kind of like flat in the center.
No.
It's called the catamaran. You didn't take that?
No.
How the fuck did they fly you in the Playa del Carmen then?
What do you mean? No.
You flew into Mexico,
We
right?
flew into Mexico, yeah.
Okay.
And then they drove us there.
They drove you there.
Yeah, by the coming.
We might be talking about the different ones because I had to actually fly into Mexico, and then from Cancun, we took catamaran to the playa,
No.
and it's an island. It's an island in the middle.
You talking about the resort?
I think
you're
no,
talking
No,
about
this
the
was an
resort.
island.
That's a
No,
different
this was an island, bro. This was beautiful.
By the coming, the island? I never heard of it.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
They
gonna
gonna
look
look
it
at
up,
oh
bro.
my
Yeah,
God.
research.
I got
Do some
video.
research.
I got pictures, bro. I got pictures from that place, and usually
He's
with
like, I
the,
got pictures.
thank God with the iPhone, bro. It shows you.
it.
Nah, screw Google. Screw Google. Yeah, I know with the pictures, it usually tells you exactly where you were at. So I'm gonna check this out real quick. Give me 1 second.
So while I was looking up researches, I want to talk about real quick the Flava podcast.
Yes.
So, how did that come about? What made you decide to start going into that?
So,
into that,
favorite
in that-
podcast, another
yeah.
thing with my pastor.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get back into the entertainment field, but not go back into nightclubs and concerts.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
But it was kind of hard, right? If I go back to the nightclubs, just, I might just go back into the heavy drinking and women and all that
Not
stuff.
necessarily.
Yeah,
Not necessarily. It's around you, man.
No,
It's around
stop
you.
it. You could survive.
Some
with
guys
that.
can. I couldn't. Well, for me, I couldn't. I knew I'll dive deep into what I wasn't
all that
before.
temptation.
For me. So I was like, I can't do it. I can't. But I want to get back into it.
I was wrong.
And I know
Sorry.
a lot. I know you're wrong.
It's like Isla de Mujeres.
De Mujeres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the island that I went into. I could have sworn it was something else, but my bad.
So I knew. I
Sorry.
Get back into it.
I admitted
Everybody
it.
on the screen's like, no, Playa del Carmen, bro, it's not an island.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry, my bad.
So I want to get back, and I know a lot of people. I know a lot of DJs. I know a lot of promoters. I know a lot of politicians, comedians. I know everybody in the city. You know what I'm saying? So I could have them on my podcast. Well, first of all, I was watching a podcast with David, Social Proof podcast with David Shantz. He's my mentor now, and he interviews people that they're entrepreneurs about your age, about 37 years old, and we're around that age. They're already millionaires.
Wow.
And they could be anywhere from selling T-shirts to selling real estate to doing stock to anything.
Yeah.
So he brings them on his show, he interviews them, and somehow he gets them to drop the gems. So right away, that our episode you're watching, David Shantz is having that person right across from him give you, the viewer, the gems to automatically start making some money.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, ooh, I want to get into podcasting. So I talked to my pastor about it. I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to make sure that it's okay. Because I go to him for everything.
Right. It's a mentor.
Big time. And he's younger than me. I like younger.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how much?
I think he just turned 42.
Oh, damn.
42, 43.
Well, it doesn't matter how it's not the age. It's
Well,
the
when I
blessing.
first met him, I didn't like him. I didn't like the way he preached.
Yeah.
He was very young. And I'm like, this is a young guy. I'm used to old priests. You know what I'm
Yeah, right.
saying?
Yeah, mobile.
But he was young, but I gave him a shot anyways, and it worked out.
That's awesome.
And where was I?
You talked to your.
You're talking.
So I talked to my pastor about it.
Pastor,
He
pastor.
blessed it. He said, "Go back in there, get back in there, but just armor up. Put the armor on, and don't fall into the traps." So I said, "Okay." I started podcasting. Grabbed one of my guys, JJ, and JJ said, "Okay, I'll be a co-host." We started doing the show at my boy's spot, and after a while, JJ's like, "We're paying this guy a lot of money.
Who?
When we get our own place, JJ, my partner,
All right.
we're paying this other guy a lot of money."
Who's the other guy?
Franco, you know Franco?
I remember
We're
Franco.
paying Franco. Shout out to Franco.
Jeep.
So we're paying him a lot of money a month. So he was like, we'll get our own place. So he was trying to convince me to get our own place. And I was like, we got to buy equipment. We got to do all. I don't got money for that. I just bought a building, I got to fix this building.
Yeah.
But he kept on insisting, and he's like, he'll go half for me. So I said, okay, let's do it. We opened up our own spot. And God's been blessing it ever since. I literally wake up every day not every day, I can't even say that. At least once a week to someone wanting to contract me.
It's awesome.
And that's great.
That's good
And it's
Like contract you like
to get on the show.
so either be on my show,
Mhm.
to either build them a podcast studio in their homes, their workplaces,
Yeah.
or just to give them advice.
Right. I like your studio, by the way. It's nice.
Thank you.
nice.
The graffiti on the back and all that stuff. That's dope. Who did that?
The graffiti's that's actually a Amazon sheet. That's
Are you
on the
serious?
wall. Yeah.
Wow, man. I was like, because you know a lot of people,
My
bro.
wife got me that for
You
my
know a
50th
lot of
birthday.
people, so I was like, dude,
No, but I do
somebody
wanna do
custom.
something like that because on the wall, it's a really big room. And it's
Very tall.
And it goes high. Yeah,
Yeah, it
goes
looks
high.
tall.
So I want to put Oprah. I want to put Arsenio
Oprah.
Hall. I want in graffiti.
Mm.
Arsenio Hall, David Shantz, of course, Jenny Jones, all the old hosts.
Old heads.
Yeah, put them on the wall because that's what I was watching. Johnny Carson, you know what I'm saying?
Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer, David Letterman. These are the people that I was watching, and yeah, that's what
Yeah, that actually was not a talk show. It was a podcast, pretty much. You know?
back then, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
life. Well,
Howard
they
Stern,
edited.
you know.
Yeah,
I didn't watch him a lot, but
Yeah.
Howard Stern.
Yeah, yeah.
Shock jock.
What was the other one? The other one who was very controversial. He was on Q101.
Mad Cow.
Mad Cow.
Yeah, Mad Cow.
Mad Cow. Wow.
And Cow. He's
Wow.
still around.
Is he?
Still
Yeah,
around.
he's on he's on XM Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on XM Radio. He's still around. I miss Delilah.
Who?
Delilah.
Who's that?
Dog, you never heard Delilah?
I don't
Delilah.
remember.
Bro, she had Whispers in the Dark.
Yeah.
Oh, Whispers and Okay then.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
Delilah.
You know, I was the guy when you guys were going up and down Fullerton, bumping your sounds.
Yeah.
I was the guy playing R&B in the car.
Yeah, and that's what she did. All that old school R&B and all that, you know.
yeah.
Oh man, I love that stuff, man. Oh yeah, bro. Going to Whispers in the Dark, buddy.
I remember these guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not talking about the
Yeah.
Isley Brothers either.
No,
I'm
no,
talking about,
that whole radio.
But I like the Isley Brothers too. You know,
I like the Isley Brothers
I'll
too.
take some Boys to Men, and you know.
Yeah, dude, you know, I was just jamming the Silk the other night.
Come on, somebody. Yeah,
Come on, brother. Come on. Come on, some shy.
There's a meeting in my bedroom. I can't sing, people. I cannot sing.
Yeah, that's why we do what we do. Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business.
But like, what kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like catapult you into the podcasting.
I could talk. I could talk, man.
Cause like for us, it wasn't easy planning this show. Like we are 3 years in this thing. And
This was actually a fluke.
But it's a good fluke.
Yeah.
It's a good fluke.
3 years in this
Usually
thing.
things that are flukes are the things that work, especially when and we had just met. I don't know him like I knew you. You know what I'm saying? We just met
5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago, and then we were talking, and it was just like, whoa. He was like, let's do a podcast. I was like, who wants to fucking listen to us?
But it's in right now. It's in. 2024 was the year of the podcast, right?
Actually, I want to say 22, 23.
It is, but they started booming in 24, right? Because it started, okay, I can't say where it started, but 18 years ago when podcasting was really just the audio, right? And then YouTube came around, so it became audio and visual. I used to do audio back in the day. So YouTube now in 2024 has a big boom. Like everyone wants to do a podcast. So right now, podcasting is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
You could really make some money doing this. If you know what you're doing it right, you could really make some coin doing this.
It sounds like you know some tips.
Well, I educate
Where's
myself.
them gems? Where's them gems, bro? Where's them
I educate
gems?
myself about
Where's
this.
them gems, bro? He bought a building, obviously. We haven't gotten there yet. And how long's Flavor been on?
Flavor's
A year?
been around for a year and a half,
Yeah.
almost 2 years.
See? He bought a building already.
What
are we doing wrong?
It was,
What are we doing wrong? I want a building.
You have a beautiful house.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, okay, cool. Second mortgage on it? All right, sweet. That's how it works.
Oh, where's the viewers at? And just to let you guys know, this is not a basement.
Yeah, no,
This is not a basement. When I'm watching, I think it's a basement.
Everybody thinks so.
Yeah,
Everybody
it's not a basement. I actually came up some stairs.
Yeah, you have to
In
come
here.
upstairs, and I don't have an elevator,
After Al
unfortunately.
sent me my limousine to get here.
Yeah, right? Private jet too.
Upstairs.
Private jet too. You flew in Milwaukee.
Sounds like you know some gems of how to be a little bit successful in the podcast.
You guys are doing
game.
it already.
Yeah.
Consistent.
Yeah.
That's the cheat code.
Yeah.
Be consistent.
Yeah, be consistent.
Yeah.
Same thing. You know what?
That was
As long as TikTok's been around, I just started TikTok
Mm-hmm.
and making money off of TikTok. I thought it was a joke. And you're making some good money on TikTok,
You're
dude.
like, wait a second.
Yeah,
I
bro.
got $100 what?
Yeah, I got 100. I mean, dude, just for sitting at home in my gym shorts and
Yeah.
fucking just DJing out live.
Yeah.
Cool, man. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I've made a couple $100 on
Yeah.
TikTok already.
I mean, you can make your money off of any platform. I made my first $10 off of Facebook, and I'm like, they're giving me money for posting
Facebook,
and
really?
talking to my family
Yeah.
on Facebook.
This is awesome. Yeah.
I'm like, this is crazy. Now you make more because now I know how to make the money on the Facebook, so I put more content out there.
correct.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You know what's crazy too is, and I was explaining this to Alex too, man, that I've noticed that the independent news is doing better than CNN and all these other people.
That's because they're telling the truth.
Okay, why are you
I
pointing
said
at
it.
me?
I said it. I pointed at him because I said it.
Right,
I said
because
the same
legacy
thing.
media now is just scared to tell the truth,
Right.
so therefore they're just bending to the will of whoever's in charge.
Right. Yeah. Whoever's the money man.
So independent
Black Rock.
media is where you want to go.
Black
to
Rock.
get your real news of what's
Yeah,
going
because
on.
they're puppets. They're being told what they can and cannot say, which is messed up.
Yeah, but don't you think? And this is just my opinion, but don't you think that, the independent media there's some way they're getting their sources somewhere somehow.
Being there.
They're not
Being there.
But even some of the
Boots on the ground.
But even some
I'm
of
not
the,
talking about the song.
but even some of the independent media, they're not there. They could be like behind. They could be behind the keyboard and just reporting as if they're there. But
because you got so many people that are in there that have everybody's got cameras now.
It depends who you watch and who you listen to.
Yeah. So
what connections do they have?
Yeah.
Do
So
you see
obviously,
them with the big? Do you see them with the senators and the congressmen and all these people?
Mm-hmm.
Are they actually there and then coming back to their home studio or whatever it is and giving the news?
Yeah.
Right.
So obviously they're getting their sources from somewhere.
Well, I mean, a
But
lot of these.
Don't you think it's like from a reliable source?
Yeah, but a lot of these, you get
Even-
raw
but-
footage
but-
too on the internet. You get raw footage from a lot of these cameramen that they're seeing this stuff
And they sell that stuff as well.
right.
So now you're the guy behind the camera, but there's a guy taking the picture
Yeah.
that's saying, "Yo, just got this footage. You might want this.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me that footage.
Yep. How much?
Where'd you get it? Who was there?
Yep.
What information do you have?"
Yeah.
Now that they're reporting it,
You got to understand
And
that,
that's how you-
half
and
these
that-
half
and-
these
and then
CNN
sometimes-
cameramans
and then
have fucking
sometimes-
cameras on them too.
And then sometimes it becomes and gets them in the wrong hands, and that's why you have people like TMZ or an Inquirer and get stuff like that
That are
because
garbage.
because they give it to the wrong. They get it because the people will.
Jennifer Lopez is pregnant by
Oh,
an alien.
God, because they have it in the wrong
He's
hands
green.
and stuff like
What
that.
the fuck? What
But
did
I
you just say?
But I just feel like that's just me.
Yeah, that's what
just
I
my
read in the
opinion.
inquiry.
Like,
so who do you guys listen to when it comes to the news?
What do I?
Are you watching CNN?
No.
Are
I
you
don't
watching
know.
Fox News?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be totally honest with you.
Go
I
ahead.
watch everything. I watch everything. So I want to know. I'm an at-home
You wanna know
dad
who's
too. The other
lying?
day, I want to hear what CNN says. I want to hear what Fox News says, and then the Independent says.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty good at watching and seeing it with my own two eyes and being like, huh, you said it was this way, but
Right.
I saw it in a different light.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
like this stuff that unfortunately is happening in California right now.
It's crazy.
You know, there's you know, you got CNN talking about it's a peaceful protest when you got you're seeing people burning down houses
Well,
and buildings
throwing-
and throwing rocks at the
Well,
cops.
It was a peaceful protest until they showed up, but there was stuff going on. It
Right.
wasn't just peaceful the whole
Right,
entire
right,
time.
right,
It
right,
wasn't.
right.
Let's
Absolutely.
get that out there.
Right,
It wasn't
right.
peaceful. They had little fights here and there, or whatnot, but the cops are controlling it. The
Right.
sheriffs are controlling it. It wasn't until the military got there where it got stupid, and then the other stupid people started up.
Yeah,
So now the protesters are gone, and you got what you got left is all these stupid guys
right. Absolutely. And
fighting,
all the other
fighting our own country.
Yeah.
No, stop
Yeah, right.
throwing stuff.
Stop burning flags.
Stop burning flags.
Yeah,
Stop
you're
burning
here in
cars.
America. Stop.
Stop. That's not
Thank
helping.
you.
It's not
Thank you.
helping. It's not helping the people
Thank you.
getting locked up, being pushed away. Whatever it is, it's not helping.
No, it's not.
You know, say
It's
be
not.
peaceful in everything you do, right? Talk your talk, but be peaceful. That's what you gotta do.
Oh, by the way, you know about tomorrow, right?
What's tomorrow?
You know about tomorrow?
Oh, no.
Yeah, the protest is tomorrow here in
No,
Chicago.
I know that. No, but the still thing's supposed to happen on the 15th.
It's not the peaceful protest either.
Remember when they were all over TikTok and Instagram talking about January 6th?
Yep.
And nobody was really listening to it?
No.
Right.
But they were saying it. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
On the 15th, they're doing the same thing. Something's going to happen on the 15th.
Oh,
It's just Father's Day, which has ruined my day. I'm not gonna say
yeah, all right. Come on, it's Father's Day.
Sunday.
Can it be the
Sunday.
17th,
Right, it can be the
18th? You know?
17th,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, don't do it on Mother's Day.
Do it next year on Mother's Day.
yeah,
Next
yeah,
May.
yeah.
Next
Just hold your
May.
breath for a minute. No
Next
offense to the
May.
mothers out there.
So the Flavor Podcast. So quickly tell us about it. Like,
Favorite podcast. We interview We interview cool and interesting people that are giving back to the society, to the communities. So entrepreneurs that are giving back, not just entrepreneurs that want to be on my show. I tell them no all the time. How are you giving back? How are you helping your fellow man? If they're giving back, then I want you on my show. I'll push you out there.
okay.
You got a lot of viewers.
Yeah, I think we're quite a few.
Yeah, quite a couple
Okay.
thousand. Couple
No,
thousand?
no, that's-
Couple
that's-
thousand?
No, it's not. I got a lot of what it is.
Okay.
No, but
Again,
I can be
back with
honest.
the
I can be
news.
honest, 'cause
I'm looking
if
at
you
it.
Go to my YouTube. If you go to my YouTube, it's like almost 800 people, maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe.
We just broke 100
But my analytics, that's where
subscribers.
they're at. So subscribers are great to have, right,
Yeah.
on your YouTube page. But who is really watching? Because people have a problem with commitment. So they don't want to press that subscribe button.
That's true.
They don't.
That's
but
a
you look at
fact.
your analytics, you have thousands of people actually watching.
That's true.
Yeah, from around the
That's
globe,
very
dude.
true.
That's crazy.
So now this is why YouTube doesn't care now about the subscriber. They want to know about who's actually watching.
Right. Yeah.
So once you get those watch time hours in, right, and the 500 subscribers, now YouTube opens the floodgates for all these people to sponsor you.
Right.
Right, because YouTube doesn't sponsor you themselves.
No, they don't.
They just open the floodgates.
Yeah.
And they tell, okay, Coca-Cola, this guy's talking about food or Coke or whatever it is, soda. So go with them. They open the floodgates for that. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? I might be a Christian, so they might throw some Bibles at me. I'm selling Trump Bibles. I am not.
It's not me. I swear to God.
I am not. But they open the floodgates for these people to see you and call you up and say, hey, can I have a commercial on your show in the beginning, the middle, or the end, and we'll give you this much.
Yep. There you go. It's usually the beginning, and you get I think it's like 2 or 3 cents per.
It depends on the company.
Per hit.
It depends on the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit all adds up. Like I said, when I was doing TikTok, I was like, it's a couple dollars here, a couple dollars there. It all adds up, man. Because right now, I haven't cleared that bank yet. So like $300.
That's not where the money's at exactly. You can make money off of YouTube that way, but it's not the quantity of people, but the quality of people that's watching. The quality. Because I got some contracts on the quality of people.
Mm-hmm.
Government contracts.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Because whoever's watching me works for the government. So now I'm
gonna watch you
get-
anymore,
you
bro. I'm
get-
done. I'm done watching that podcast. Sorry, bro. I love you, man. You being somebody's watching me.
not like that. So let's say
He's getting the attention.
I got the attention. So now I have on Friday. Okay, not a government one, but it's a church really. Moving out detention center in St. Charles to teach these kids that are locked up and they're in prison how to podcast.
That's awesome.
That's a contract.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. There you go.
Or there's other contracts they're called CLF, the Community Leaders Fellows. That's another contract. The library, Chicago Library, that's another contract.
So they're watching. Mm-hmm. They're watching. They're paying attention.
The quality of a person.
Yeah.
The quality of the person.
So it's my fault. Sorry.
Just,
It's my fault. I'll take the blame for it. Sorry. We'll never get those contracts, that's for sure. Not with my potty mouth. Sorry. My bad. Sorry. And I don't even think DJ companies want us. No, I'm joking.
Swearing is it yeah, it's not that great to be swearing. It's not that great to be swearing.
But
for certain people,
Yeah.
there might be that company out there that doesn't care and just loves the content that you're giving out.
he lets it fly.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to compare myself to Joe Rogan, but look at that. I mean, the stuff he talks about is pretty
and
deep.
Joe Budden and the rest of the guys, what I'm saying?
I mean, and these guys are. I mean, they got some pretty potty mouths on there, bro. I mean, I think I'm an angel compared to some of those guys.
Nori on Champs, he swears.
Nori swears.
So it depends on the company. Would you get more contracts if you didn't?
Yeah,
maybe.
I saw Nori's show. Yeah, that was that. Some have to. I can't understand some of it.
I remember
Ebonics.
I remember.
Right? Am I right or
He
wrong?
be getting me upset.
Sometimes I can't
Because
understand him.
The guest is trying to talk, and he's cutting the guest off every rip.
I do that to him.
I'm like, shut up, no, let him talk.
Yeah,
I do that to him sometimes.
He did that to be.
Piss him off.
He did that to be season 1. It got season 2 too. It got a little hectic, and then season 1, he was an avid Red Bull drinker. I swear that we were gonna get a sponsorship from Red Bull, because every episode he had a Red Bull in his hand. Yeah,
and that's something that you don't do.
Yeah,
is advertise somebody without them paying you.
Yeah, product placement.
Yeah, because I was doing
unauthorized product.
At the end of my
placement.
show, I say, and you have flavor, right, from the flavor show, and I give them Goya, adobo, and I was giving them that, and I was like, wait a second, I'm giving them advertisement, so I wrote them a letter, right, say, hey, this is what I do, and then in my show, I say you have flavor, and I hand them a Goya, can you guys sponsor us? You know what I'm saying? They never replied to me.
really.
So I went out, and one of my friends she does her own salsas and seasonings. So I asked her, I'm like, hey, give me some of your seasonings, and I'll advertise you, I'll market you on my show.
So support the locals.
Right. Well, she didn't want to. For whatever reason, she didn't want to. So I thought to myself, entrepreneur, make my own.
Yeah.
So now Flavor Podcast has its very own adobo.
Wow.
So at the end of the show, when I say you have flavor, I hand them my.
And where's
adobo.
ours? Where's our sample? Where's our sample
I
pack?
did not bring
Where's
them.
our sample pack? Well, you got my address, so you can
That's
send them.
Scooter's fault. Scooter's watching. You should have made sure in my bag there was some.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Scooter. Thanks a lot, Scooter.
Real
Thanks
quick,
a lot, Scooter.
real quick.
Scooter Boo.
I was
Bad
looking
Scooter.
I was looking at the YouTube comments real quick. So Gregory Richard.
That's Scooter.
Yeah. Oh, that's Scooter.
Oh, thanks, Scooter.
Oh, that's Scooter.
Thanks, Scooter.
Oh, okay.
Delete him. No, I'm playing. I'm
He has
playing.
no sense on him.
Because
Yeah.
he was
Yes, go to the city.
he was on Twitch, but now he's on YouTube. So he had a question. He was like, "Who's
He's
your
got to bring the analytics up on both sides. He's got 2 computers up right now.
So he was like,
thanks,
who-
bro. Thanks,
who was
Scooter.
your-
You regained your conscience.
who was your favorite person to interview on the Flava?"
I was just going to ask you that.
Favorite person to interview on Flava podcast was actually DJ Nonstop.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
DJ Nonstop.
I watched that interview actually.
I didn't.
cool.
I did.
unfortunately.
It was 2 parts of it.
It was 2
Yeah.
parts.
It was 2
Yeah.
parts. It was that long, yeah.
It was very long. It was like
Well, your podcasts are only an hour long, right?
Supposed to be. If they're good, we keep on going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
What's your longest?
3 hours.
3 hours?
3
Okay.
hours.
Yeah,
That was with Ron Martinez. Shout out to Ron.
okay.
And what was that one about?
Actually, it's about his business, Chattervise. It's a CRM.
Mhm.
But we just started just talking.
Mhm.
And we became friends that day. Like, we're really tight now.
Well, that's cool.
We just talked about his life, my life, and it was just a podcast about our lives.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You got a lot of hits on that one?
No, not at
No?
all.
Really?
Not at all.
I think he got hits on the nonstop episode.
The Nonstop, yeah.
Yeah.
The Nonstop
I
one.
saw that one. It was 2 parts. It was long, but it was interesting
He
in
had
a
a
good
lot
way.
to say.
He had a lot to
He
say.
had
He
a
was
lot to say.
storyteller. Storyteller.
Well, he's
So I
got,
saw-
yeah, well, he's got a lot
Yeah, when
of,
he's
yeah,
on
he's
the-
got a lot to say.
Yeah.
He's been there, done
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Storyteller. I saw that.
When he was on here, it was 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
He looked at the clock and he was like, "Oh my god!" He was like, "What time
He
is
sure
it?"
did.
I was like, "Yeah, bro."
You got an hour
sure
back to the
did.
city.
Yeah, no, you know, as a matter of fact,
He
yeah,
lives in
we
the
got,
burbs.
yeah, he lives in the burbs, so it's not that bad, but yeah, you know.
DJ Rampage was going on.
What up,
but yeah.
Rampage? What's up?
But yeah.
What up, Rampage?
We saw I saw that. It was
So, someone
interesting. And I
said,
also saw
510, no MSG sodium?
Yeah.
I can't see that from here.
Oh yeah, Goya, yeah.
It does. So my
That's Mama Sue.
adobo is low sodium. So I
Okay.
made sure of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Sodium, for those
Because-
that don't know,
because
it's salt.
Low
I do
sodium.
have high blood pressure, so I make sure of that.
You used to get mad a lot, that's why.
Yeah, crazy crew drove me
Used to.
crazy.
That was the reason why I called it Crazy Crew in there. I was like,
Drove me
you know,
crazy.
right.
But
Right.
I love all those guys. They're awesome. They're amazing. They're doing good. We lost a few guys that passed away, but they're all pretty much still around and we're doing good. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually saw I just recently watched the episode which you had with Mikey O. On that was
Wow.
That was a good one.
That was good.
That one hit too.
Yeah.
That one hit hard. Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't
It was
see
just
that one.
recently.
It was
Oh,
just
was
recently uploaded.
2
I
weeks
watched
ago.
it. Yeah, I saw it. I saw that.
You upload on Saturdays,
It
right?
literally took me 2 days
I
to
upload. I drop on Wednesdays.
Hmm.
Sometimes on Fridays, depending on what's going on in the week.
Okay. So how does that do for you?
What do you mean?
As far as dropping on those days?
They're good.
Yeah.
Remember, I go and learn. I pay for this.
Mhm.
I didn't go to college, right? So this is my college.
Mhm.
So whenever there's a conference, a summit, something going on in the States, I try to go to it.
Mhm.
I try to learn as much as possible. My wife tells me all the time, "You're back on YouTube." Yeah, I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm learning. I need to learn how to do this, and I need to learn how to do that.
Oh, so it's not perfect marriage. No.
I'm just
messing-
get into that one.
I just messing
This
with
is
you.
a
The way you
setup.
said
Is
it.
she on there?
No, because it sounds like my wife too. That's like, you're back on YouTube. Yeah, I gotta search this stuff. I gotta
You
look
have
this
to
stuff.
learn.
Yeah,
It's like once you're in this, you want to learn more. You
Right.
wanna perfect it, right?
Right.
And you want to help out people because I
course.
also teach. So on Saturday mornings in my studio, I teach people how to podcast.
that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah,
And you charge for that?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, so
David
you're making money.
David Shantz teaches me a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. The story about David Shantz. So I was watching him on YouTube. He jumped on Instagram one day, so I was watching him on Instagram. Well, listening to him as I was driving the bus. I was work. I hope my job's not here.
Are you still? I was gonna ask. Are you still with CTA?
I'm still with CTA. Yeah,
Are you haven't retired yet?
I got 4 more years to go.
Oh wow!
So anyways,
Congratulations.
so I pull over. He went live, and he was saying he was going to be in Chicago. So I pulled over and I run to the washroom, and he's going live, and he's getting people to come on live with him. So I jumped on, and he picked me. So I'm like, cool. I went on there. I said, hey, you coming to Chicago? He said, yeah, I'm coming to Chicago. I said, I didn't know. He said, well, now you know. I'll see you tomorrow. He goes, there's going to be a ticket at the door for you. All right, cool.
That's that white guy, right?
No, he's a black guy from Atlanta.
Okay.
So I go to his show here in Chicago, 300 people, all black and brown people. And he asked them, he goes, hey, who's the podcast king of Chicago? And no one says nothing. They stay quiet. He says, when's the last time you guys did an event like this? And people started saying, we don't do events like this.
Yeah.
And he said, why? And black and brown people were saying, because if we do it, our people ruin it. They either shoot it out or have fights or whatnot. And he's like, interesting. He goes, where at? And they were like saying south side, west side. Okay. Why don't you guys come over here? He's like, what's this called over here? And he was on the north side. And everybody said north side. So he said, so why don't you guys throw the parties over here then with these events over here? And they all said, because they don't want us over here because we're black and brown, right? And then he looked at them and he stopped and he put the mic down. He looked around. He goes, I'm black. What are you guys talking about?
Right.
I came from Atlanta.
Yeah.
I own you guys now. I'm podcast king of Chicago. He goes, come on, guys. Who wants to be the podcast king of Chicago? And my little short round butt said, I do. So he said, okay, cool. At the end, come see me. So at the end, which took a while because he was signing books, I was the last one. And what I thought was going to be like 5 minutes with him, it was actually an hour and a half.
Wow.
Of him dropping gems.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And he said, this is free. Once you make a few thousand with what I'm giving you, come back. This time pay for it. And from a little bit of thousands, I'll make sure they're 10,000s.
Mm-hmm.
So each time I pay, I learn, I make more money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is my college.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever there's a conference, a summit, something, I go. I pay the price. I jump on a plane. I pay for the ticket. I pay for the hotel. And I go and I learn.
Mm-hmm.
And I bring it back. And I teach other people.
Okay. Yeah, nice. Wow.
That's how you do
Light
it.
bulb.
Yeah,
Light bulb.
that's for all you podcasters out there.
So
you got to put in the work.
So I think this leads me into the segue of, I remember you made a post, I want to say about a month ago, about the Chicago Podcast Summer that's in November.
Chicago Podcast Summit.
Yeah, in November.
Yeah, it's November 22nd.
Yeah.
So I had a podcast, Chicago Podcast Summit last year.
Yeah.
Around my birthday in October, which did pretty good. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I was scared because it's the first time throwing a party, bro, putting something together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done it in years. I did it for, I do it for, I know how to gather people.
Yeah.
One of my talents. I know that's my talent. I know how to bring people in the room. I know that. I know that's one of the talents that God gave me, has given me. But I was still a little nervous because this is different. This is podcasting and business people, right? Mm-hmm. I brought the podcasters and the business people together for them to unite, right? Because I believe if you have a business, you should be podcasting.
And then Al said, I'm sorry to cut you off. Al said this, like, he said there isn't, and we talked about it right today before you walked in here. It was like, there isn't that many podcasts that are based in Chicago.
No, there's a whole bunch.
Yeah.
They're just not getting themselves out there. And this is why when David Shannon's talked to me, he calls me the podcast king of Chicago. Because I put my face out there.
Yeah.
I go, here's a tip. Here's a gem. Go to networking events, even if it's not about podcasting. Just go. It could be about real estate. Go. It could be about dentistry. Go. Whatever networking event you go to that's close to you, go. Present yourself as the podcaster. People are going to want to be on your show. Period.
Matter of fact, he's correct.
Period.
This segues into the Marquis Show coming up at the end of the Marquis Show's coming up, which is the DJ Summit here in Chicago.
I have so many entrepreneurs that I don't even have to ask people no more to be on the show. They're asking me to be on the show.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, when we started season 1, it was like when we started the show, it was just us two talking
In a dark ass room. It was dark in here, bro.
It was
I
just
watched.
dark in here? Do you have all this stuff?
No,
No, we
man.
had
I mean,
all
this all got built little by little. I mean, obviously all the stuff was up there.
And then it was just us. And then like season 2, we start. Well, the middle of season 1, we had bring in Who Dat.
We brought Who Dat, my wife.
Yeah.
Who Dat?
Yeah, we had Who Dat. We had Pound.
Okay.
Yeah, we had Pound.
We had a lot of guests.
Yeah, Pound's still doing it, man.
Yeah.
Pound's still around. Yeah, he's still around. We had AJ Tibble.
Okay.
Yeah,
Remember
we
Tibble?
had-
Top Rock?
we had-
Yeah, man.
We had the LED robot guy who
They still
actually
throw
gave
parties,
us.
right?
Oh, yeah, he still does.
Yeah.
Yeah, the LED.
Well, not anymore. Sorry, my bad. He's government now. But yeah,
Since what,
he's-
last year?
yeah. He's now.
He's the alderman.
Locked
Alderman.
up, they won't let me. Okay.
No.
He's the alderman.
Nah, he's married. Yeah, he's locked up.
He's the alderman.
He's got 2 beautiful daughters, man. He's still doing it, man. He's still he's still lively in the industry.
Yeah,
you know?
but we had a LED robot who gave us that sign right behind you,
Yep.
and then we had
Awesome. I like it too. That's pretty dope.
yeah, and then we had Spanky DE and
They gave us that one. He
gave us
Spanky
the-
D.
gave
Yeah,
us
Spanky
the-
D and Yo Kev.
and Yo Kev.
Yo Kev.
They
Speaking
gave us-
of, man, the Aurora Fest coming up. Another segue.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna post a flyer.
So they gave us that, and but yeah, over the course of 3 years, we had a lot of guests on the show, a lot,
Awesome.
and it became a point in that time where people were asking us, "Hey, I want to get on the show." Or stuff like that.
Still to this day.
Well, I can't. I don't know Al books the guest on
And
the show.
you guys really should. You guys really should be on other people's shows as well.
Yeah, we have.
Cross promotion is huge.
Yeah, we have.
Remember, you're grabbing their audience now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. We were on Table Talk.
Yeah, Table Talk. That was a
from
4-hour
Joaquin.
show.
Who's that?
That was another DJ. Actually, that's out of Waukegan.
Yeah, so
Yeah. So
they're-
actually, Dennis, he was in the beginning. He was the one
Yeah.
who has
talk
his
about the
OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
OnlyFans.
But
yeah,
no, he's cool. Unforgiven DJ, Unforgiven.
but we're
And-
what's up, House 13? But yeah, we were on.
What's up, Mr. 13?
So we were on their show, and then we also had Gino Rocky Romo and stuff like that. So,
Actually, speaking of House 13, he was one of the first podcasts I've ever been on.
Blue Moon Media.
Blue Moon Media, correct. And he had all the old school DJs, or not just all old school. He would highlight all DJs from Chicago. And the reason I went on his podcast was because of Point. Point was going on his podcast that night, and he was like, "Hey, come with me, Al." I was like, "All right, cool, why not?" And I went in, and that's how I met House 13 and his beautiful wife Maria, and they invited me into the house, and that was the first time I ever mixed on Denon's CD players, and I mean it was a great time, bro. Great people, amazing. I was actually the very, very first podcast I've ever been on, and that was probably about 10 years ago. I want to say about 10 years ago. So yeah, he was doing podcasting in his basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing it off of.
That's where it starts, man. The
yeah,
You
basics.
no.
stream.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't doing it off of Restream.
No, you stream.
Ustream. I remember
Yeah.
Ustream. Yeah.
Yeah, that was I
remember
mean,
I was
he had
watching
some
it.
towers and shit, bro. Yeah, I mean,
Shit.
podcasting got so much easier now with the technology,
Absolutely.
with OBS and stuff like that. Back when he was doing it, man, I mean, he had some. He looked like fucking, IBM in his basement over there. Towers of amps just to get you know what I'm saying. It was kind of like the UIC radio, remember? You can only get it to a certain extent, and then once you get out of that field, that's
Zone
it.
where you're done.
Now, and see, and here's another thing, and I was thinking about this the other day. Remember how I told you how I was like, wait a minute, we got people from Nigeria watching us, but you know what I was just thinking about? You can't really believe that because of VPNs.
True.
Because of VPNs, anybody has a VPN, they could throw their
And VPNs are easy to get, but
Yeah,
not
they're
everybody
so
gets them.
easy.
yeah, but yeah, a lot of people, a lot of
I
the
use
new
the
technology.
VPNs when I book a flight,
Why?
because if they find out where you're at, like let's say you go to Hopper, and they know where you're at. It's a different price than what it is in a different state.
Yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
from
saying?
Podunk, Wisconsin,
So you use a
but I'm
VPN,
flying out of
right,
O'Hare
right?
in a limo.
Yeah, so when you book a flight. put a
Damn,
VPN.
bro. You know what? I thought about that too. I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah. And they use VPNs too to watch movies. You could watch movies from other countries
Yeah.
to do a VPN.
Yeah, I remember.
And you could transfer money too.
China has that a lot.
I remember when I went to
That's where it was invented.
when I went to London and I was trying to order. I remember I was trying to order Domino's and I couldn't. I had to order Domino's from the Domino's UK app.
I got a question.
Yeah,
Why are you ordering Domino's?
I was hungry. I was at the hotel.
Yeah, you're in UK, bro.
hungry.
You should be
It was-
sorbet or something, man. You know what I'm saying? Some duck. Some
It
duck.
was late. It was late at night. I was back at the hotel. I was tired, but I didn't want to.
Did it taste the same?
Yeah, I didn't want to leave the
It
whole.
didn't taste the same. Fuck out of here. Stop it.
I didn't want to
You
leave.
go to Puerto Rico and eat pizza, bro. It's not the
It's the
same.
same.
Not the same. You got some adobo on that stuff.
It might meow.
I didn't. I didn't want to leave the
Like
hotel,
working.
so I remember I ordered Domino's, but I couldn't order from the. I had to order from the Domino's UK app, so I had to get a VPN. I had to go on iTunes UK, download the app, and do all that crazy stuff. But yeah.
House 13 just said he used 4 computers. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're talking about that. We're not talking about laptops. We're talking about computers, full out blown computers. Yeah.
But yeah, real quick, Los, the Chicago Podcast Summit in November.
So again, we're bringing the podcasters and the business people together.
Mm-hmm.
But this time we got a little twist to it. We're awarding podcasters and business people this year.
Nice.
So it'll be categories for the podcasters and be categories for the business people. So we just want to put that little twist and honor people, give their flowers while they're here. So that's what we're doing this year. Yeah.
So are we
It's gonna be
honorees?
music. it's gonna be music. You guys, all they gotta do, right? So the survey's gonna come out. Ron Martinez is gonna be doing it. It's gonna be a
My
survey
brother.
out there. And people just submit who they want to be in there. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
cool. It's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
We're gonna go by that. Yeah.
That's crazy. I
Because you say there's not a lot of podcasts.
I didn't think so, man. I mean, but yeah, there must be. I
It's
mean,
in
you know, but
Chicago.
you got guys that are talking about train sets in podcasts,
You do.
and they got a lot of followers,
But you know
man.
who's popping a lot? Is female podcasters
What do you mean?
because they bring the bochincha.
Oh, okay. Kind of like what we
They
do,
bring
but just
the
on a
bochincha.
different level.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. Female
Got
podcasters. They're doing something big here in Chicago.
Really?
In the surrounding area. Yeah.
There's 3 morenitas that I witnessed, and they're fucking hilarious,
Yeah.
bro. They're from the West Side, and they're fucking funny. And I saw them at one time, and it was like a year ago, and I got busy, but they were fucking hilarious, and they were talking all types of shit, man. I was like, I like these girls. I love these girls.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was like, cool, sweet. And I don't know what I never saved the link, and I lost it. So I keep trying to Google 3 black girls in fucking podcasts in Chicago. Where's it at?
You don't know the
It
name?
won't pop up.
Yeah.
You don't
So
remember it.
We got some really bad podcasters out there too, doing some not so clean stuff.
Oh yeah.
As I put it out there already, and somebody wanted to submit early, I'm like, we haven't even put the survey out yet. And I watched their podcast. I'm like, oh no, you're naked.
Oh wow.
You're doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing. And yeah.
Yeah.
So that I'm putting that out there, just let you know, if you're doing that kind of podcasting, you're not going to be allowed.
That's not even a podcast at that point.
They're
You know,
podcasting. They're with the mics and stuff, but they're just
Sexually.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just
It's all,
sexually.
it's
yeah,
all about
it's
sex and showing little parts real quick and
Yeah. No, man, that's not cool, bro.
yeah. So
So
We'll put that out there.
that's what you need to do, Al. You need to
What, show things? No.
No.
I'm not going to do
There's gonna
that.
be a poll here, right?
Yeah, no polls, no nothing here,
That's
bro.
what
Stop
you,
that.
That's what you
Be
need to do.
disqualified right away.
You need to round up all of our thousands of followers on Facebook and on
Instagram,
and
Twitch.
Instagram and
Not Twitter.
Facebook and all that stuff to have them for us to be nominated into this.
Yeah.
Once it
podcast
comes
summit.
out, yeah, definitely.
November.
Yeah. So the survey should be coming out.
Survey says?
by July.
Okay.
By July.
Yeah.
Damn.
So they have right up until November to
Yep.
go ahead and vote.
Oh,
Keep
wow.
on submitting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You
Please
may
vote
never
for us.
you may never know. You may have to pop up and take the award.
It's gonna be a lot of awards. It's gonna be a lot of
I know.
awards,
Yeah.
No, but I actually like the fact that you're doing it because to the
Yeah,
smart
because
person,
like I said,
to the smart person, he's putting the business person
Yeah.
and the fucking podcast people in the same room,
have to.
so they
And
can mingle and talk about it. And hey,
and
I
then,
like
you
your
know,
style.
and then you know,
and come on our podcast.
and then you could also network with other with other shows.
yeah,
Other
right.
shows and other business people.
Yeah.
Remember, like I was saying earlier, if you have a business, you should be podcasting. Why is that? And I always tell people this because if you have a business and you want to go market and promote your business, right? And you want to go to the broadcast channels, you're paying thousands of dollars,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
That's
For
very
a
true.
20-second slot.
Yeah.
That's
That's
all
true.
you got.
That they show you at 4:00 in
And
the
that's
morning.
just one time all that money.
Yeah,
If you want
That's
another
true.
commercial, more money.
yeah,
That's
When it comes to podcasting, it's a lot cheaper.
yeah. It's a lot cheaper.
And thinking about this, people are watching broadcast TV as much as they're watching podcast TV.
Yep.
or YouTube or streaming or whatever.
I guarantee YouTube's
Same
probably got
eyes.
more hits than NBC ever.
Yeah.
ABC,
Well,
and Fox.
Think about this. Think about this. When the broadcasting TV is now podcasting, there it is right there.
Yeah, they're doing what
They
what
know
somebody else
podcasting is what's in. They know where the people are watching. So they're now you got broadcast TV doing their own podcast.
Right.
So
Remember we always talked about like moving into the sponsorship field, like in the world, try to get sponsors and stuff like that. Like I told you, like one day we're gonna be sponsored by Red Bull. You stop drinking Red Bull, so that's not gonna happen. But
I'm drinking tea now. Is that better?
yeah, much. Better
I'm not gonna die.
Much better for your health.
I'm sponsored by a coffee company.
That's right. Yeah,
Gano Coffee. Gano Excel.
And that's one of your friends' companies.
Mushroom coffees.
Mushroom coffee.
Reishi mushroom, yeah. Yeah. It's
Like
awesome.
hallucinating?
It's amazing. Not that kind of mushroom.
Damn. That'd be the best coffee ever.
But yeah.
Drink this and you won't go to work.
Right. You might lose your job that day.
The walls are melting. You see some cool shit.
DJ
but-
Lookout, what's going on?
What
DJ
up, Lookout? What's going on, brother?
But yeah, so we have
Porno cast.
so yeah, so we have to get ourselves out there a little bit more. I mean, it's interesting how over the years, like now that because we did like a remote broadcast at the Marquee Show, and
we had one of the top DJs in the world, man. We had the honor of interviewing one of the top DJs in the world. So I mean,
Cubert,
which was Cubert, DJ Cubert. You've heard of Cubert,
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, that guy's world renowned, man, and it was great. It was awesome. But I mean, I think, and I hear this a lot, but I think it's awesome to hear the background in a lot of these guys and to talk to these guys. A lot of these guys I don't even know. I've heard of them and I've seen them and we've probably crossed paths, but I've never had the opportunity to sit down and talk to them like I've known you. You know what I mean?
Get to know them like a brother.
Right. Correct. And that's what it usually turns out to.
Or a sister. You guys have females here yet?
oh yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we've had a couple. Yeah, we've had a couple. I mean, there's not a lot of females DJs in the industry per se.
you had your wife on the show.
A lot of DJs.
I know, but still, she's still a female.
DJs.
I'm
Yeah,
still-
she is definitely a DJ. She definitely. So that sucks.
So is this show like just DJs?
No.
Promoters, just
No, we do.
No,
This is the
no.
industry DJ. So when we put this show together, we wanted security. We wanted bartenders, bar staffs,
Security's
managers.
a good one.
Yeah.
Did you get Al yet?
Who?
Cisnero.
No. We haven't gotten them yet. Yeah, I
Luis
want to.
Ramirez?
Yeah. Lewis? No, we haven't gotten those guys either. Ziggy?
Ziggy won't come out. I've been trying to get him. I've been trying to get Luis Ramirez, Al Cisnero,
And that's
Ziggy
why I don't
Dina
call
in
him.
the same room to
No,
podcast.
that's not happening.
Al Cisnero says yes. Luis Ramirez says yes. And Ziggy won't.
Yeah.
My compadre, my mentor, my nightclub mentor. He's
Yeah, no, he's kind of. Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, he won't do it.
No, but yeah, we have everyone. That's just DJs. We had the robot, the LED robot guy on the show.
Yeah, we had Stephanie, which
Yeah,
is
Stephanie,
Latinos in the
Latinos
House
in the
podcast
House.
now. She does her own podcast.
Yeah, she's in the live stream. What's up, Stephanie? And then we have a whole bunch of other, not just DJs. We have a bunch of other things in the show.
Yeah,
But without-
bouncers, bartenders.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean the wife of which was my wife and she's also my general manager.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a general manager of a bar, restaurant. So
House 13 and his wife, and
Yeah.
when his wife came on the show, she pretty much gave us her perspective of the nightlife and stuff like that. Even Nonstop and his wife was here on the show.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. She was also in the studio when.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that in the
I
background.
wanted her on the show. And Nonstop knew exactly why, because when I called Nonstop and I asked him to be on the show, and finally he had some time, between obviously, the show, the movie sets and everything, and then her being what she does, she's an investigator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with that, by the time I said, hey, bro, I want you and your wife on our podcast, and he goes, my wife. And I was like, yeah, your wife.
But it makes sense.
Right, and
makes sense.
no. When he said that, he kind of snickered, and he goes, "Okay, I get it." And I said and he even said it when he was on the podcast. And I said, "There's a reason why we have Hero 2, Hero 1. I call her Hero because Big Hero 6. She's Hero 1. Yeah. So, anyways, but
I get it.
and he was just like, he was like, no, I understand. And I said because the old people that knew me from nonstop Mario before all this knew how I was and what I was about. and sees the change and everything that Hero has put into my life, and that's what why I wanted her on the show.
Okay.
Because I wanted that perspective to the people that knew Mario, just like we knew Mario back in the days. You know, big muscle bound Mario.
Yeah.
You know, always never smiled, and you know, always was touring and stuff like
city,
that.
flying out.
Right, flying out. Yeah, he was DJ, and I gotta go to the airport. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now we know this family Mario, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing two totally different perspectives of the Mario that we see.
That was a good show.
You know? It was a great show because he opened up a lot.
They're always together.
Right.
They're always together.
Always
you
together.
Mario, you can see her.
Right, absolutely, yeah. And I see that, and he goes, I know why you wanted her on the show, and he said it, you know, he even said it when he was on the podcast, and I said, man, Hero's a big part of your life. Every time I see you now, she's next to you, so, and this is great, this is awesome.
Bro, the love there between those two
is impeccable.
You can feel it when they walk into the room.
I know, dude, I melted,
and he loves her so much, man.
They're a great couple.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Because you know what, Mario
when he was on the show, he said it that his life is complete now.
Yeah. Yeah. Mario, you got to understand something, that she's Superman's kryptonite, because Mario wasn't like that. Mario was this big hard ass fucking dude that you can't tell nothing to, and nobody told anything to Mario because he's a badass motherfucking DJ and he's a big ass dude. You're either gonna get your ass whooped or you get your ass whooped.
And you always celebrate him because you know he made nothing out of something or something out of nothing. He made it. You know what I'm saying? He got out the hood.
Yeah.
You know, he jumped down planes. He's been all over the world.
Yeah.
You know, not just with K7, but with DMX.
Yeah, with DMX.
So you give him that respect. You know, when he walked in the room, he actually made it.
But he's always been a cool guy. If you knew Mario, Mario's always been you always shook your hand and you know looked at your face.
He first told me I was emceeing at Congress Theater, and K7 was there, of course, and
with the ceiling falling.
No. That didn't happen that day.
Oh.
So.
Oh my God! I remember that. I remember
I'm
that.
introducing I don't know who, and I get off the mic. He's like, "Stop doing that." I'm like, "Stop doing what? Stop using that voice. You have a good voice. Why are you doing that radio voice?"
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I remember that.
Listen to the sounds. I'm like, he's like, "Stop. Use the voice. You have a good voice."
Yeah.
He told me straight up to my face. And ever since that, I use my own voice. I don't use that radio voice anymore.
Yeah.
Mario, man. Shouts out to Mario, man.
But that happened at Alcatraz. Because Ziggy D, when we were Crazy Crew, Ziggy D
had that same voice.
Ziggy D, he didn't have an MC that night, and he had to be at the door, right? And Crazy Crew's already up in there, and me and him were really cool, right? So he had no MC. I forgot what DJ I think it was Tim 2 Hype.
Oh, wow.
I had to introduce Tim 2 Hype and Mr. Wonderful. So he's
Shouts out to them.
So he's like, yo, can you do it for me? I'm like, me? He's like, yeah, can you do it for me? I'm like, yeah, give me the mic, bro. So ever since that day when Ziggy D asked me, I've been an MC. And it was Tim 2 Hype. And it was that voice too.
Yeah.
Listen to the sounds of DJ Tim 2 Hype. Yeah. Actually, Mr. Wonderful and Tim has my drops.
Oh.
They use my drops, yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. You still doing drops?
I don't know if they still have it.
Oh, you still doing drops?
No, I haven't done one in years, man.
Why not?
No one asked me. What, you want to drop?
Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't even use drops. I haven't used drops. But
I was just about to say, you don't use DJ drops.
But I think I'm gonna start doing it, man, because I'm hearing everybody else just fucking just drop it. Yeah. No, I don't do drops. I've never done drops ever. So you know.
The DJs are still doing drops.
I use drops, but this one here, like, he doesn't use DJ. He's like, I don't.
Yeah, this guy. But I mean, you know, I want to drop. I'll do it like this. I don't want that. Take it to the streets. With your boy DJ T Kid.
You just want
hitting it. I don't want to hear that shit.
But first of all, I don't use the air horns. And then
you don't?
I don't use
it. No, you don't?
He got offended.
You don't? I do. I get very offended with that shit. Ask Envy who deleted his. I deleted it because I was sick. No offense to the henchmen. I love them. I love them. They're my brothers. I love you guys to death. But when you hear henchmen every other fucking beat, that would drive me crazy. I mean, dude, it's like, would you let the music play?
Let it play.
Yeah, right. Let it play. Let it play. I don't want to hear it.
Wait, hold on.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about fucking drops. I'm talking about drops. I'm not talking about the length of the song, okay? Because I've always quick mixed. You know that everybody quick mixes. Especially with all the people on the flyer. With all the people on the flyer that we had put back in the days, we had the quick mix.
Wow, back in the day we had like... 7, 8 DJs a night, maybe
Yeah.
more sometimes.
Yeah, and we only had a fucking 4-hour party.
Yeah.
He knows I'm about to get on his ass about that.
And we got 5 minutes. We're pissed off.
Yeah, fuck it, whatever. We still got on,
I
bro.
actually did that to Cricket. Sorry, Cricket.
No.
Yeah. That's why. Okay, got it.
But what I was just saying in regards to the show, like, so ever since we're like 3 years into the show now, like over the years, we had people come up to us and say, "Hey, we see the show, we saw the show, you know, good job, keep doing what you're doing and stuff like that." Because Al gets more of the feedback more than I do, because I'll be honest, I'm a little bit more behind the scenes a little bit, but he gets people people come up to him and say like, "Hey, you know, good job." Like, for instance, when we went to Gino's daytime show, like, people came up to us during the concert and be like, "Hey, we watched the show," and stuff like that. And
I don't even DJ.
Right.
I don't even DJ. He was like,
DJ.
"Dude, we found a new novela, bro."
Right.
Because you guys are crazy. It's just
Right.
like, dude, you guys really like that off stage?
Bro, you got
That's
you
true.
Hold this character, bro.
Yeah, and a lot of people
Your
think,
raspy voice.
I always do.
And a lot
That's
of
just
people-
me, bro. That's just me. Everybody's like, "Yeah, bro," and then they'll tap him. They'll be like, "Hey, bro, is this guy really an asshole? Is he really like that off camera?" Like, yeah, I'm still the same.
And
I
even-
haven't changed.
or
I
even
haven't changed.
if we're doing, and both of us are doing an event together, they be like, and we go back and forth. It's like, "Oh, you guys really act like this off the show."
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, we don't nothing scripted. It's just how we are, man. It's just how brothers do, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, you
Being
know,
real, and they will know.
right. And this is how we are.
When
We're
you're being
being
fake,
real.
They will know.
I mean, you know, everybody's got an opinion, and opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
I think-
I get it. I get it. But
I-
at the end of the day,
I honestly think, I think I could say this confidently. I honestly think that if we stop doing the industry DJs, I think people might be a little bit upset as to why we stopped.
You guys are bringing back interesting people.
Yeah,
especially
we
interesting
are.
people from
We
the
are.
back. Al knows everybody.
Yes.
So he's bringing those people in.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Man, we remember him in
Yeah.
this time and this place, and this happened."
And everyone,
in that time.
and everybody says that I know everybody. I'm like, I don't know everybody.
well, thank you, Sue. I appreciate it. Thank you. See, at least somebody loved that set.
What she say?
No, she loved my set. This is for a house
Oh,
fest.
you said, okay.
But like a lot of people is like, you know,
She got me blushing right now. Look at, thanks, Sue. Thanks, Sue. At least somebody did.
and then we have like people like who tune in religiously every week, like Sue, who tunes in every single Monday to
She's
watch the show,
definitely. I mean, you know,
and DJ V who watched the
DJ
show and stuff
V,
like
yep,
and who watched the
absolutely.
show and stuff
we
like
love
that.
it. We love it, man.
They
I
tune.
mean, you know,
they
Gino.
even,
I mean, some
Gino
big
Rocky
names,
Romo,
man.
and like even
Some
some
big
of them,
names out there, man.
Some of them even tune in for like they even like when we do the countdown. People actually have like they're like logged in and ready before we even start the show.
Pam.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it pops up all the time. We say hi to each other in there.
Right, right,
Definitely,
right.
man. And it's a lot of old schoolers are in there, bro. I
And
mean,
just the
you know,
thing-
it's great to hear. You know, I talked to Houdat like a couple weeks ago, and I really don't have it because he's been busy, you know, with the restaurant and everything and his life, and I get it. And I just call Houdat, man, just to shoot the shit every once in a while. You know, I'll be like, "What's up, dude?" He was like, "Dude, that show last night was awesome." "Oh, you still watching it?" He was like, "Yeah, but I have to go to bed early because I wake up early, you know, for work."
Yeah.
You know, so I get it. You know, he was like, "Dude, that shit was awesome." Well, did he really say that? You know, and we'll talk about it. You know, I mean, you know, it's cool, but I mean, it's
Have you guys ever got somebody to say something and the viewers get upset?
I have probably a couple times, more than once. One, two, three. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Or they try to call you out on it.
No,
No, not yet.
no, not yet. No, not yet. Have
Like they have a different perspective of whatever you said.
I've said names before, like for instance, the whole situation with V5.
no? He's not talking about that.
But you know, but
not.
No, right,
I'm
right,
not.
right. No,
Like-
he's not talking about controversy like that. He's
No,
talking
no, no.
about like a different viewpoint of somebody, you know, arguing or debating per se is what he's talking about.
Oh,
no,
okay,
we
yeah.
do all the debating.
No, you do all the debating.
Nobody's. I mean, you get the people in the comments that'll come in and they'll be like, yeah, I agree with Al or I agree with Alex. I agree with me more than him, both. So you know, the old school guy.
you think? They probably say
At
that.
least that's what they're saying on you know
think.
that you know, at least that's what they're saying in the comments. But yeah, I don't know. No, I don't expect anybody.
So people
to,
in the comments, who's right more? Is it Al or is it the brother over here?
Alex, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
I'd be peeking.
I want to see what they say. That's why I said it.
No, I honestly think that. Well, That's a good question. That's a good question, Los, because I think that. Yeah, I can't answer that question. I can't answer that
You're
question.
about to.
You know what?
I
We
don't-
debate.
I
We
don't,
debate a lot,
because-
but you got to also
because
understand we
sometimes-
came from
because-
two totally different eras.
Right, and sometimes it's 50-50. And I'll be the first one on the show to be like, sometimes, Al, you actually said something right tonight. I said that before.
Yeah, bro, gives me a heart attack. Swear to God, I have to stop at my tracks. I'll be like, "What the fuck did you just say? What?"
Sometimes
Yeah.
I'd be like, wow, for the first time, he actually said something
Logical.
that I agree with. That's
Logical.
because we agree. Sometimes we agree to disagree. So
See, I mean, Sue just said it. She loves the laughs and the controversy. At the end of the day, it's all love. And people, and we talk about it, but it's. I wear my heart on my sleeve, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you how
Always
it is,
have.
bro.
Always
And I love everybody. I mean, there's no reason to disrespect anybody or to put anybody down.
Yeah.
And I've never been like that. I've always been there to uplift people, and you could tell who's still in the industry and who's still doing it, are the guys that actually, were out there and did their thing and never burned bridges.
Right. Right.
And we never did, and that's why we always work together. Crazy Crew, dude. Every time you hear the podcast, it's Crazy Crew, CVO, Top Rock, Blunted Kids. We have Blunted Kids on here. That was an awesome.
Wow, yeah.
That was an awesome podcast.
Who them?
Yeah, who them? Yeah, we can't say the N word.
Yeah.
Who them? Yeah, who them?
Who them?
Wow.
Yeah, remember?
Wow.
I mean, we were talking about some of the old school party crews. I mean, the girls.
They get AOU.
Yeah, AOU, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of AOU, man, dude, the guy who sang "Follow Me," he just passed away.
Oh, Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie.
Mm.
Yeah, I've never met him before. I think no, I've never met him before. The guy who "Follow Me."
I think I may have introduced him.
I think yeah. I forgot who threw the concert over above Mega Mall that they had him there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Those
bro.
concerts up there. Yeah.
Yeah, remember it was real dark
Yeah.
up there, bro. It was
Oh, really?
super dark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, above the Mega Mall.
Yeah.
That we used to throw. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
actually you guys were some. It was Blunted Kids and then Crazy Crew.
Crazy Crew never threw parties in there, but we were always there.
Oh, you guys were everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
with the Crazy Crew and the Chinese sign right in the middle.
Chinese sign. So a few of us got tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For life, man.
But I got a question for both of you guys.
Okay.
Can we play a game?
Let's go.
Wanna play a game?
Go ahead.
Wanna play a game?
Go ahead. Cause go ahead.
Okay, the game is called This or That.
Oh, okay, so
He knows.
I know.
He watches the show.
I watches the
He
show.
watches the show.
I watched the show.
So this or that.
Okay.
I do one on both sides.
Okay.
So I'll start this way. Tom or Jerry? Who you like most? The cat or the mouse?
Jerry.
Okay, Al.
Jerry was a smart one.
Nah. Tom.
Tom, white Tom.
Well,
Thank you, DJV. See, DJV said Al's real as fuck.
right. I saw
I
that
shouldn't have
too.
used the F word, but sorry, Deacon.
Dog, you've been swearing the whole time. Go ahead.
right.
No, I haven't. I've been. Hey, listen. Watch other podcasts. I minimize it very much.
Even though Jerry gets on Tom's nerve at the end of the day, I feel like it's all love.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
So you're picking Tom.
Yeah, but I'm picking
Okay.
Tom.
And you're picking Jerry. Why are you picking Jerry?
Jerry, because Jerry's a smart one. Jerry always got the cheese, bro. Always got the cheese.
What was your favorite Tom and Jerry?
When his uncle was here.
I knew you were gonna say
Yeah.
it. It's mine too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
What's the
Broke
song?
another guitar string. Bing.
Well, how did the song go?
Oh, Carbon, he did ride Crambo. Bing. Damn.
That's right.
Broke another
That's right.
guitar string.
We just took him back in time.
Yeah, boy. Crambo.
Okay, so-
But he did ride with the mustache.
So I'm gonna do 2 more. I'm
Crambo.
gonna do 2 more, and I'm gonna
No, go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
2 more.
I like this one. Go ahead.
No, I watched that.
This is an easy one. Chicago Cubs or Chicago Sox, and why?
Oh,
And why? You gotta get the why.
Even though I'm wearing a Sox hat right now, I'm a Cubs fan.
Oh,
I'm a Cubs fan. I'm a Cubs fan.
he's full of it, bro.
Why are you a Cubs fan?
I'm a Cubs fan.
No, he's not.
Because even though
No, he's not.
no, I'm not.
No, he's
I'm
not.
not a Cubs
You
fan.
don't have a Cub fucking thing in your arsenal.
I do actually.
No, you
Actually,
don't.
I do. I
Okay,
do.
cool. So
No.
you wear that because of fucking Ice Cube or what?
No, I wear because
Because of Biggie or what?
No, I've been
Not trying to be racist. I'm
when
just
I was-
saying.
when I was a kid, Al doesn't know this. When I was a kid, I used to play a lot of baseball, and my my mom, even because I was raised by a single parent, but my mom, she always, when I was younger, she always take me to Cubs games.
And she did a damn good job. Thanks, Mom.
She took me to Cubs games, so I'll never forget that. And then she got me doing like softball in little league when I was younger. So
Awesome.
I'll never forget that.
Awesome. Good memories, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember them vividly.
So
Cubs all day. Cubs all day. I
Why?
bleed blue.
Why?
Well, first of all, I grew up in the Wrigleyville area, so I went to several Cubs games. I went to a couple Sox games, and it was just not the same.
House 13 says
was.
boo.
He's a Sox fan. Yeah, we already know, bro. We already know you're the only one in that stadium. We get it. No, I always loved the Cubs fan. I was always a Cubs fan because number one, not only did I live in the area, I went to Cubs games. The fans were always the hot dogs, the food. The team was always, no matter how it did, no matter how they did, the stadiums were always packed. Just the fans were always loving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Loyal, and loving. I mean, you know, everybody that went there, and then I started DJing at the bars afterwards, and I just fell in love with them even more. You know, because all the fans, you know, go Cubs, go. They were just. I mean, even if they lost.
I say if you wanna go to a real cool game, go to a soccer game. If you wanna have fun with your people, that's Cubs.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
If you want room and put your arms out, go to Comiskey.
Yeah, right. It's not Price Right, bro. Price Right. It's Price Right Field. And no offense, man, but you know, but if you want to hear some badass DJs, you can go to a Sox game too. So
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
And the food's actually better
Really?
at Comiskey. Oh yeah, it's actually better.
No.
Oh yeah,
No.
100%. Bro.
No. Bro.
How would you know? Have you been?
You got it twisted. Bro.
How would you know?
Yes,
Have you
as a
been?
matter of fact-
Yeah, you haven't been.
Yeah, I have.
When?
Yeah, I have.
When
As a matter of fact, I
Before-
DJ'd 2 games last year.
U.S. Cellular or guarantee rate?
U.S. Cellular.
So that was a while ago.
No, guarantee rate. Same shit. Same shit. It's Comiskey to me, just like you, bro.
Comiskey.
It's Comiskey to me,
Okay,
just like you.
Last question. This is an important question, guys. Don't mess this up. Right? Chicago pizza or New York pizza?
I never had
pizza.
New York pizza.
I had New York
So
pizza.
Chicago pizza for
Chicago
why?
pizza.
No, you should. You know what you should
I'm
ask?
gonna tell you, but I'm gonna get to you
Because you can't.
dishes.
There's a lot of New York. I've been to New York a few times, a handful of times, and there's too many New York pizzas, and you can't differentiate one from the other.
It's a pie.
It's a pie, but like,
It's not a pie.
but
It's a bocce's, bro.
but
New York
but,
pizza is bocce's.
Yeah, it's huge, bro.
But Chicago pizza,
greasy as hell.
you could tell the difference between Illuminati's or Giordano's or
Yo,
anything else.
Giordano's.
Yeah,
Fuck, yo.
yeah,
But-
sauces. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
but Chicago for me. Chicago
Awesome.
pizza.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, what would be your Chicago place to go to?
I like Illuminati's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Al?
I'm definitely Pete's Pizza. Definitely on Western Avenue. Pete's Pizza on Western?
Isn't Pizza?
No, they're still open, dude.
No, John's is gone.
Yeah, John's
John's
is
is
gone.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah, Pete's Pizza was the shit, dude.
Okay.
You should ask before New York because I never had New York sites.
It's bocce's.
New
York pizza is
okay,
bocce's.
so
It's
if you
a
know
pie.
all right, yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's big,
Floppy.
yeah, floppy,
Yeah.
greasy,
Yeah.
real cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a pie. It's a pizza pie.
Yeah. My favorite,
no.
favorite place is Pequot's.
Pequot's. Where's that?
Pequot's on Webster and Clybourne.
Yeah.
You know what was the
Yeah,
shit?
in Bucktown.
Fathers and Sons over there in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
Fathers and Sons in Milwaukee.
Used to be.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're
They're
gone.
gone.
When I used to live over in
They were good.
when I
They were
used to-
really good.
when I was in 18, I lived on my own. I used to live in the Irving Park neighborhood, Addison and Pulaski. You know, La Villa's like across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had their pizza like one time. I literally live right across from like La Villa. I could literally walk across the street. I didn't like their pizza. So
Really?
no, I didn't like
It's
it.
decent.
It's okay.
It's
I
not-
just had it. I just DJ'd a wedding over there,
It's
and
not
they gave
Pequot's.
us.
So true. So I was just about to say that. Mama Luna's.
Mama Luna's?
Yeah.
Is Mama Luna's closed?
No,
don't
they're
know.
still around.
Okay, I don't want to talk about it then. But I got a bad story about it. But yeah.
No,
I'm
they're
not gonna
still
say it
around
here.
on
I gotta
Fullerton.
ruin it for the other people.
But no, I like Mama
I
Luna's.
think pizza. But what do you like? Well, now here's the question. Here's $1 million question.
Oh Lord.
Is it stuffed or regular?
See, for me, at Pequot's is pan.
Which is a deep dish?
No,
Oh.
there's deep dish, there's
Deep-
pan,
and
and
there's
there's
pan.
and there's thin.
Oh, well, the pan comes up like a pie crust too.
Comes up a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind
of like Illuminati's, but Illuminati's they put the whole sausage. Illuminati's. I love Lou's. I love Lou's too. If I was gonna go there,
I have to say pan. Pet. Yeah, I have to say Pet.
Someone's putting what? Gino's Pizza?
Gino's Pizza.
No, Gino's Pizza. Stop it.
My house 13 says Gino's Pizza.
That's on the south side. I've never been there.
Yeah. And then Mama Luna's, they have two locations. Yeah, the one on Fullerton and the one on Addison. But no.
Mama Luna's.
Have you guys ever eaten a Natty's Pizza?
No.
It's on Western and 44th or something.
Oh,
I
I want to.
Al doesn't
Wait. What were you about to say?
I want to cross 26.
I was about to say he don't
You
go.
might get shot.
No, I won't get shot, bro. I just don't want.
Me and my co-host, we go at it all the time. So my favorite place is Pequot's, as you guys know. Her favorite place is Natty's, and I'm like, where's Natty's at? Then I find out where it's at. I'm like, do you need a bulletproof vest to get this pizza?
Yeah, right. You're ordering from a plate glass window.
Is it that serious to get this pizza from there? Is it that good?
Actually, as a matter of fact,
you're risking your life.
now that I come to think about it, actually, for House 13, actually, he put me on a flyer years ago over on where was it, bro? It had to have been around that area, about 47th and Ashland. I remember it was a bar, and we went to the second floor. It was a 2-floor bar.
Sorry, you gotta read that one.
Which one's that?
Chris Lara said, I think this is the first show where Al's blood pressure doesn't go up or get mad about something.
Actually, because we got Pastor here. We got the deacon, Pastor, deacon. It's all the same. We got the
That's
deacon.
hilarious. I read that like that's hilarious.
No, but yeah,
You should have saw the last show. And the last
seen-
show before that, we were okay. I'm actually counseling them.
I've seen this or that on the Flavor podcast, and it's really interesting from when he has the guest on the show, and it's really interesting to get their answers, especially for nonstop. And,
Well, it's pretty much
and
what we
Mikey
do. I mean, what we
Yeah.
do too as well.
towards the end of the show.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like it.
It's always good to have segments.
Yeah.
Another
Of
nugget
course.
for the podcasters out there. Have segments.
So
in the
I have a
shows.
question for you then, Los. What advice can you give us, the industry DJs?
What advice?
Yeah, like in terms of our show.
For you looking outside in.
Well, one, I think it's a great show.
From one
Thank you. Appreciate it.
podcaster to another.
I think it's a great show. You have awesome guests.
Thank you.
What I would change
Yeah, we take criticism. We take it.
is your cameras.
Yeah,
I would like more shots. I would like for you to have your own shot,
yeah.
and for Al to have his own shot, for the guests to have their own shot, and then there's a shot for everyone.
We actually
I got a camera up there. I got a camera over there,
Yeah,
but
we
that's for TikTok.
Is it?
Yeah, sure. I use the 3-camera setup for TikTok. You see the one up there that goes directly over
And
my
then-
turntables. I got the one right there on the side,
Yeah.
and then I got a 360 right there. That's right above that laptop because that's my one that I talk to people and whatever else.
Yeah.
And then I put one right there in front of me.
and then when I do my live stream on Tuesdays, I have 3 cameras too. So
It's always good shots. People get bored with just that one frame.
Right.
So if you change it up for them,
Yeah.
it'll be good.
What else?
Other than that, really, that's just I've been wanting to tell you cameras.
Yeah.
Seriously, I've been wanting to.
What kind of cameras are you using?
I use Sony's.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
we can
that
afford
was
You can. These cameras are fine.
I can't afford that.
No, these
that's
cameras
a,
are fine.
okay. So our main camera is a Sony A6400. This is our Canon camera. I have a third camera at home because I do TK Tuesdays on the camera. So
Yeah,
I have
that's
a-
OnlyFans.
shut up. I have another Sony AX6 camera. So I have that one. So
if you could bring in one more camera,
I do need Jesus. Thanks, Chris.
one more camera would be great. 4 would be awesome.
yeah.
Just to get your own individual shots.
And it's quite interesting because when we start season 1 and 2, before we didn't have a lot of guests on the show, this camera will be all focused on Al. Reason being because Al likes to talk, and he would
racist.
and he would always have something to say. Like
racist.
whether and
Racism.
Chris Lauer just said it.
Racism.
You always have something to say without any cause to raise your blood pressure. So there's always a camera on him, and which was this camera. But
We should put a heart monitor on there.
Jesus Christ.
We should
hilarious.
we should put a heart monitor on the side of it.
But
You
we
know,
had- but we had-
No, they should put one on you to see where you're
that's
at.
what I'm saying. Like a heart monitor, right?
You
Right.
have it on the screen.
Yeah,
like where
exactly.
you're at.
The allometer. We're gonna call it the allometer.
But other than that, no,
I like
that's
that. That's
fine.
cool.
Hey, wait,
That
whatever.
could be a thing. That
Yeah,
could be a
right.
thing.
Al's blood pressure's going up. Oh shit! And then when it goes out the roof, it just explodes like a thermometer from the top. That'd be dope. Dude.
End of show.
Yeah, right. Game over.
Finish.
Game finish. Finish him.
So
As I'm sitting there like this,
so real quick,
we got a concept, dog. We got a concept.
Hey, people like that stuff.
Hey, I guess so, dude. On TikTok,
Y'all
bro, I
crazy.
do. When I first got on TikTok, it was crazy because I'm scrolling and I'm like, dude, there's some weird ass people out here. Who wants to sit there and watch somebody sleep?
They do it.
Dude, this guy had like fucking 400 people on his page just watching him sleep.
Let me tell you a story. So, first thing David Shan told me about, anybody could podcast.
Yeah.
Anybody. There's this podcast, you guys can find it around, where they're filming a tree. And the sap is coming. You guys know what sap is, right?
Yeah.
The sap is coming out.
That's what he is.
Millions of views of just watching the sap.
Some people think it's satisfying.
So right. So if people think they can't podcast, people are watching people. They're actually watching sap come out of a tree.
Yeah.
remember a few years ago with that whole giraffe that was
The fuck?
remember that
I'll
whole
say it for you. I know
no.
you can't swear. I'll say it for
but,
you.
but
I got
remember a
He's
few years
telekinesis.
ago with that whole giraffe that was pregnant.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then waiting for that giraffe to have that baby.
Yeah, I mean,
Remember?
people weren't sleeping because of that.
Right. Remember?
People would sit up all night just watching.
April the giraffe. Remember that?
Yeah, just watching that. I mean, I'm just like, bro, who is sick? And it actually hit the news that one. I mean, she was a beautiful black girl, but she was like, "Oh, thank you for the treats. Oh, ice cream." And she was dressing like provocative clothing, but she was cute. But I mean, she was on there for hours. She was making $1,000 a day.
Yes.
Come on, bro.
The tree's making a lot of money.
Yeah, especially
money.
yeah. Don't tell my son that, bro. Do not tell my son that, bro. He'll go and want to cut his hand again and see. Hey, trees make a lot of money. And money grows on trees, Dad. No, it doesn't, bro. No, it doesn't. Stop your shit.
So, Los, before we get out of here, what's in the future for the Flava Network, Flava Podcast?
Favorite
Network?
podcast. We're thinking about. Okay, I'm putting it out there for the first time. People to hear it.
Oh,
We are really close to moving Flavor Podcast to Division Street.
okay.
So we're going to be between the Badera.
That'd be awesome.
And we want to make it a little bit bigger. So we want an event space with podcasting rooms in the back.
Cool. We might have to hit you up for
We
that.
want people to have like little small conferences and whatnot, and we'll have that space for them.
Okay, cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we might.
That's awesome.
We might hit you.
Where's
up for
your
that.
studio now?
It's in Dunning, the Dunning area, so right outside Belmont Cragen.
Yeah.
Okay. When you said Dunning, I was like, where's that new
Yeah.
part of
Yeah.
Chicago?
You stupid. The neighborhood out.
Drove by it all the time and didn't know that was called Dunning.
Really? I
thought that
never
was
even
part
heard of
Portage
Dunning.
Park. That's why I always say Portage Park.
Okay, cool.
But it's really
Okay.
called Dunning.
Okay, cool. Well, I never
so
heard of
They
that.
have it-
Addison
they get-
and Austin.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, think of it as Portage Park West.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like
Okay,
that. Yeah.
awesome. Sweet.
Yeah.
Dunning? Really?
Yeah.
I never even heard of it. I lived in Chicago all my life. I grew up on,
Never heard of Dunning.
No, I never heard of
I know
Dunning. Never
Dunning, I moved
heard of
into
Porter's
there.
Park
Yeah,
a lot. Yeah, actually, Porter's Theater, we did a lot of
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
over there. A lot of stuff.
So you're thinking about moving, and getting and expanding a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are the teachings of my mentor, David Shans. So he gives me little by little what to do. Okay, you got to this level, now you next level,
Level up.
next level, next level.
Yeah, but nobody's got buildings.
Shout out to David Shans if he's watching.
No, nobody owns like a couple apartment buildings.
And you
but
guys
some
look at
people
the
do.
podcast summit is the Atlanta one with David Shans, where thousands of podcasters show up, right, to learn,
Mhm.
right. That is August 7th and 8th in Atlanta.
Okay.
If you guys are
You'll be
interested
there?
about going, oh, I got my ticket already.
Dude, I'm a frequent flyer.
Got my ticket, got my hotel room, got my plane, yeah, everything.
So
awesome.
I before we get out of here, so you did just for that with us. So as Al mentioned that we do something a little different.
Okay.
So at the end of the show, we always ask our DJ a few questions. So, or I mean our guest.
I'm gonna say,
Again, not
can't speak
DJ.
for nothing, bro.
Right. So we asked our guest a few,
Hi,
few
Maria.
questions. Oh, what's up, Maria?
Don't say
So-
Yolanda either. She'll kill you.
Uh-oh.
Accuse you.
So
She hates the song.
so
Yolanda.
you were part of the crew back
Crazy
in the,
crew.
the crazy crew back in the day.
I
So
called them CNC Music Factory. Crazy crew.
They would.
CNC.
So, growing up, who was your favorite DJ when you were in the scene? Would you listen to
Radio DJ or just DJ?
DJ in general?
Well, I gotta say Scratch because he was was Crazy Crew.
Okay.
So DJ Scratch.
Okay.
He's still a motherfucking bomb. He's still
He
a
is.
beast.
He is.
Still dope.
Radio DJ. I don't have one. Bill.
All right.
Yeah, maybe Bill. Yeah.
All right.
And
Maybe.
for the baby, for the people that don't know Bad Boy Bill, I mean,
Maybe.
maybe.
That's everybody's favorite, bro. Everybody that comes on is either Bill or fucking Julian or
Right.
yeah.
But family wise, that'll be Bear and that'd be Bear and Nonstop.
All right.
Can't forget Harry Hernandez.
Triple H.
Triple H. Yep.
Yeah, now it's Triple H, right? Yeah.
Don't call him Harry. Don't ever call him
I
Harry.
still call him Harry, bro.
Don't ever call him Harry. How do you call a bald guy Harry? Inside joke. I get it. It's like calling a fucking skinny guy Gordo. I get it.
Hey, Flacco.
Yeah, hey, Flacco, but he's 380
Like,
pounds.
bro.
Where you see Flacco at?
Your thigh's 200.
What is your favorite genre of music to listen to?
Neo Soul.
Okay. All right. Which leads to the next question. What's your favorite track? Favorite song?
A lot of music, Soul Child.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right. Damn. There's a couple. There's a couple music Soul Child songs I like. Okay.
Music Soul Child.
Music Soul Child. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dope artist.
Oh,
Love
okay.
his voice.
I was about to say, it sounded like
His
you
voice
didn't
is
hear
dope,
them.
man. I love that. I knew you when I had a friend. That one. Oh fuck. What's the name of the song?
I'm still trying to figure out what you're trying to say.
Right. Right.
I'll figure it out.
In the comments, if you understood how.
What is oh, I just lost the question. My bad. I said favorite house music. Does it start in Chicago or in New York?
Chicago.
Okay. The reason why I asked because a lot of people they say they have different odds, ends, and opinions and stuff like that. So
Let me tell you what's up.
what? Okay. You know, some people they say house music started in New York.
Well, they can move to New York then.
Yeah.
Freestyle maybe started out in New York, but not house music.
Right.
Or George Vermont or something.
That was actually Lisa.
Shout out to George, my bad.
Yeah. Lisa.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting question. So you're at your favorite restaurant and you're doing an episode of the Flava podcast. If you had to sit down and had a chance to talk to anyone, living or dead, who would it be?
Jesus Christ.
Okay. All right.
Damn.
Quick. Was that quick?
All right.
Always want to speak to him.
All right.
Just speak
Everyone
to him.
everyone
Don't you?
likes to speak.
Do what?
Don't you do speak to him?
Yeah, I want to see him.
You will.
I'm
I did-
Oh, I'm definitely. I definitely will. That's one thing I believe that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
when I die, I know I'm going to.
You know,
I'm going to 100%.
My mom changed denomination. Okay. Now when she did that, because we grew up Catholic. Okay. Now when she did that, she became a Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
So still, and they pretty much we all believe in the same thing. We just have different Bibles, but we all believe in the holy, and
It's actually the same Bible with things taken out or things
right
put
changed. Yeah, we have the New Testament, we have the Old Testament, we have so many different ones. But and as long as you believe in something, right? I get it.
I always tell people I want them to believe in Jesus Christ, but if they're not, believe in something that's positive,
Right.
that's giving back, that's
Right.
kind to people,
Right.
then I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not ever going to push anybody to believe what I believe in, but I will tell you what I believe in.
Right. And so do I. Jesus Christ. That's what I believe in. That's the man, the myth, the legend right there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe in. That's what I grew up to. And that's what I'm always going to, hey.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I always look at life. And this just came over me recently. But I told my mom about this. I said, am I crazy for thinking this? And I said, every time we come down here, this is like school. This is like it's like 7th, 8th grade. Every time we come back, you know what I'm saying? And my mom was like, it's like, every time we come back, this is almost like school, and we learn something. And every time we come back as something different, so we can have that life lesson. But in all honesty, it just revolves back up there. And then wouldn't you get back up to, the Holy Spirit that's sitting in front of you and says, "What did you learn? What did
So
you learn?"
you believe in reincarnation?
Oh yeah.
In the Bible of Jesus Christ, Bible of Abraham,
Yeah.
We don't believe in reincarnation.
No.
Once you're done, you're done.
Really?
Once you transition, you transition, and we don't believe in purgatory either, which Catholics do.
Yeah.
They believe that when you die, you're in limbo, right?
Right.
We don't believe in that. We believe that once you pass away, you step into the glory of God.
Yeah.
You're automatically in front of Him. He's in front of you.
Wow.
That's when everything
Yeah,
happens.
that's pretty much how I visioned it. And that one dream that I had, and then like I said, it's like you come down here as the richest man in the world, and then you get to lose everything. Then you're gonna come down as a bum, and then you're gonna get into the riches, and then you're gonna come in here as just a family person, and you're gonna have kids. You're gonna have a bunch of kids, but these kids are gonna have Down syndromes, and you're gonna have to learn how to deal with and cope with that, and it's just different, different stuff. Because what's deja vu?
It happens all the time, right? Yeah.
What's deja vu? Like I've been there, I've done this before.
Yeah.
Like
I've had that before a lot. In fact, a lot of deja vu where I'm like, wait a second.
yeah.
This is about to happen right
Right,
now.
right. I've
right.
had those too. I'm
Right.
not gonna lie. I've had those.
So how do you
Like I wake up and I'm like,
But I'm still
wait.
myself. I wasn't somebody else. I was still myself. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't.
No, I never thought about it
I wasn't
that
like
way.
a dog or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No. We always come back as a
I was in
human.
a flight.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Next life.
That was a song.
There goes the next life.
Yeah. I'm Frank Sinatra. That's life. That's life.
Oh my goodness.
Stepping on the ant or something. Nah, man.
Yeah.
A couple more questions. Who would you like to see on the Industry DJs podcast?
Mr. Wonderful.
Okay.
I'd love to get him.
I'll
get him.
make that phone
him and
call.
his wife. They've been together for a long
I'm
time.
gonna add it to this list. There's
Long time.
There's a list that we have right here. So, get up, make that phone call. Make that phone call.
I miss him. Actually, Mr.
Haven't
Wonderful. I
seen
miss
in
him.
years.
Make that
Have
phone
you?
call.
Has he been on your podcast yet?
No.
No?
We haven't talked in years.
Really?
Yeah.
On a bad note, or
No. We just
Oh.
haven't talked.
okay? I haven't seen him either in years. He's a married man. I mean, I know he DJs still in the Humboldt Park area a lot.
Does he?
Yeah. Every once in a while. I guess.
Um,
More than
last question. If you had to tell your younger self, I mean, like in your early 20s, what would you say to yourself?
Because he's not old yet. Jesus Christ. Fucking give the guy a sec. Jesus Christ. That hurt my feelings.
Oh, please.
That hurt my feelings, bro.
I will point myself to God a lot faster.
Okay.
I think I would have been more successful if I was pointing in that direction first and not pointing in the direction of money and greed.
Okay.
Because back in the day, we wanted a lot of money. That's what we wanted. We wanted money and we wanted chicks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all I want is God.
Right.
He'll give me everything else.
Yep. Just believe in
when
the man.
when I deserve it and when it's time. Because sometimes when you get stuff too fast, you do wrong with it.
Yeah.
You do wrong with it.
Absolutely.
So I could wait till when God says this is for you.
That's greed.
Right. I could wait now.
That's greed and stupidity all wrapped into one.
Oh, back then, man, it was all about money and chicks.
Yep.
That's all it was.
Drugs and drinking.
Mm-hmm. Even though I wasn't into weed.
I mean, I was like,
The guys will always try to get me high.
Oh, yeah.
The guys always try to get me
Definitely.
high. I was the one that's like, no.
So,
'Cause I'll get paranoid.
Yeah.
even back in high school, people were thinking that I had money, which was not the case because everyone else wasn't
He
working.
just called you rich like 4 times.
I know, but I'm not rich. That's the thing.
4 times in 3.5 years now, bro. Every podcast, he's rich.
I'm not rich. I don't
rich.
have any money.
He's
I
rich.
just I was talking to House 13 about I'm frugal with my money.
Are you going through puberty right now at the time, or what's going on with your voice? You all right?
I know I'm doing good.
But at the same time, what do you drive?
I drive that Honda outside.
Yeah, that 2025, 26,
24.
26. I'm sorry, it's
24.
2026.
2020
2024
2024.
ain't even out
It's a
yet.
$500 car note.
That's more than that.
You're rich.
That's more than that. Nah, he got a Volkswagen too at home.
I gotta buy a car cash and not pay any payments because I'm too broke.
Yeah, I shut up.
I don't have an apartment building either.
Yeah.
Right.
I got a boat.
But you have a beautiful house and a boat. Look
Yeah.
at them. And a
Yeah,
boat.
You know,
that I
I say that all the time.
That
I'm
I
like,
fixed. That I paid $3,000 for.
I say that all the time.
I
Lo,
paid
so I'm like,
$3,000 for the boat, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I paid $3,000 for the boat. I cleaned it up. I fixed it. I'm not an idiot. There's a big difference between guys that go out there and spend $30,000-$40,000 on a used boat or $300,000 on a boat because I just saw one on the water this weekend that I really want.
I say that.
Or 3,000 and fix it up.
Yeah, or 3,000 and fix it up.
I say that all the time. Looks like he got money. He got a house. He got a car. He got a motorcycle. He got a boat.
You got a motorcycle too?
Right. He got a motorcycle.
Bro, you don't remember my
Right.
bike? I still got the same bike from back in the day.
Okay.
It's just like Point still has his Mazda.
It still runs?
Yeah, oh yeah.
The chain's still good?
What's up, Fast
Yeah,
Eddie?
bro.
But
You
no,
want to take it out?
no,
Let's
but
take
yeah,
it out right now.
No,
Come on.
no,
Shit,
but
the
yeah,
Mata, bro.
But yeah, Al got all the money in the world.
Yeah, I do.
don't.
Yeah, because I got a 1992 GSXR 1100, and I have a boat that's a 1996.
Got more things than I do.
Yeah, well, not of this decade,
Oh, please.
not of this century.
Whatever.
I
Al.
think you guys are both rich. You guys got this show. You guys got your health. You
Ain't
got
nobody got a
got
podcast
your-
room with a
you got your
graffitied back wall
family.
either.
from Amazon.
Yeah, I don't care what you say, bro. That's just
From
bad as
Amazon.
hell.
You guys are both rich, and you guys got this friendship going on.
Yeah.
Which is dope. Really, really dope.
You know what? We're rich in health, God, and just friendships, man.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you can do. That's I don't want money. Money comes and goes.
Yeah. That's
Money-
where I'm at now, man.
I'm-
That's exactly where I'm at now.
money comes and goes,
Yeah.
bro. Money's green. Money makes greed. Makes nobody. Nobody decides they want to help you
when
unless it's money involved.
When I was younger, I
pisses me off.
I always had this saying: "Green equals greed."
Yeah, absolutely,
I
it does.
always
It
say.
does.
Yeah.
I want to cut my grass right now. Sometimes
I've had that saying.
I'm greedy with that, bro. My grass has got to be green.
'Cause
And
we're
I think
all-
that's a Mexican side, but I hate that. I'm trying to be rich.
Because that's the thing. We all have that mindset that we want to be rich. We want to have money. We want to have millions and millions of dollars. And I always tell my friends this because they always tell me, I'm like, green equals greed.
Yeah, it does.
And it depends how you use the money as well. Because my thought process is I need it to help.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to help out more people.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with money. And I want it also to buy my time. I want to spend more time with my family.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I want to do things with my family.
Yeah.
And it does give you that freedom. But it's not like how I used to be, where that's all I was thinking about, is like making that dough.
Yeah.
Getting that person. It was like being a drug dealer. When somebody comes into your nightclub, that's $10. That's a dime bag. That's a dime bag. That's another dime bag. That's another dime bag.
Oh my
It
goodness.
was like being a drug dealer.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
Yeah.
But now it's
get
not
it.
like that no more.
Yeah.
I just wait for it to come to me because I know God, he got me.
Right.
I got purpose. You both still got purpose. You guys are here for a reason. And until you do what you're supposed to do, and until you do what God says, okay, he did it, I'm going to call him home. You get called home.
Yeah.
See?
I
And
would
that's
never,
what I said about life's lessons. Once the lesson's over, you get called home. Once you did
Once your time is your
God
time.
sent his soldier down here to make sure that everything was good. Now that
And it could be something simple, Al. It could be something like opening a door for somebody that's going to do something great.
Yeah.
That was your purpose for that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
saying hi to somebody that you never know that's having a bad day.
You just
Give
gave
somebody a smile.
You just gave me a trigger real quick about that door opening, but that's another story. But
Okay.
Talk to me.
that's another story. It was this past Friday. I was already having a bad day at work. Nothing my boss did. It was just a bad day. And I went to the bank, and I was leaving the bank, and I opened up this door for the lady to walk into the bank. I opened and held the door for her. She didn't say thank you or nothing like that. I'm like, damn.
Well, that's
I felt some type of way.
But that's not for you to judge. That's for him to judge. And he saw it, and everybody else that saw it. But so you're commended. But you wanted that thank you from that certain person that never gave it to you.
I know why I felt some type of way. I'm like, damn, I opened up the door for you. Could at least say thank you.
Oh, dude, I had a door slammed on me today. Straight up going into the gas station. The guy, I was right behind the guy, and he just decided, he wanted to open it just enough for him. And I'm like, wow, thanks.
He said me first.
Yeah, right? I was like, wow, bro. You didn't turn around. You went on your phone.
But
That's kind of rude.
On that same
But
day,
whatever.
I went to Chipotle to pick up my food for lunch.
See, that's the first problem. You're getting,
Right.
You're getting fake Mexican food.
Thank you.
was right-
Thank you.
it was
Come on,
right-
bro. Give it to me.
it was right
Give it
by-
to me. Give it to me. I told you.
It was right.
It's got.
It was right by my job. It was convenient. But I went
Hey,
there to go.
remember.
Domino's.
But I went there to
Yeah,
get.
I know.
I went.
That's why
you
his
know-
cholesterol's
you know,
up.
You know, there was a Domino's over there, but no, but Chipotle was right there, right by my. It's literally 2 doors down from my job, and 2 blocks from my job, and I waited for my food order, and I literally waited for like 10 minutes, even though they said it was ready. I'm like, what's going on today? And it's Friday. I don't know. It was just not my day. And I was talking to somebody about that.
Yeah,
It was just not my day.
it's like
How do you guys feel about paying it forward?
We do it all the time.
How you play for?
So, and Al knows this. For the past, this is 8 years. I do this event free of charge. I just show up with my equipment, and it's for the kids, in the south side of Chicago. I think it's like 116th and Western, and it's just like a back to school event. I just donate my services, and I just DJ for the kids, play music. I bring out games, tug of war, potato sack races, relay races.
Where do you get potato sacks from?
Amazon.
Okay.
And
Sorry, never seen that.
Get everything out.
Right.
Amazon.
And I just play games with the kids, and they play music and stuff like that. Last
Awesome.
year, Nez helped me out, and I give out, and
You were a little upset last year, I remember.
yeah, because the kids they didn't.
But
want
it's
to
funny.
listen.
It's funny you said that because I asked you that question
Yeah, that's right.
and you didn't reply.
Oh, it's
But
probably
that's
busy.
what you did.
Oh yeah, it's probably.
Because like I said in the beginning of the show, people
Yeah.
don't want to be on my show. If you're not giving back, can't be on the show.
Well,
Yeah.
of course.
So I was waiting for his reply. That,
I don't remember.
He never replied.
I don't remember. My bad. I must have been busy. But I do that every year, every August.
So that qualifies you to be on the show.
Yeah.
So now I need you guys on the show.
Okay.
Yes.
What are you saying yes for? Right?
So every
I was
here.
waiting.
I'm here. This is where it's at right here.
Yeah,
Nah, you guys-
where it's at.
listen, we're all equal. We all put on our shoes the same it's the same way.
every
I
August.
swear the whole time now.
Right.
He's
He's watching his mouth. No, every
Sorry, Deacon.
every August before Memorial Labor Day.
Crazy, I gotta call you dog.
do this.
Deacon.
You don't have to. No.
I do I do this for the kids every August.
I'm actually honored, bro.
So,
I'm
yeah.
actually honored. It's an honor.
Yeah, I do it no charge. I just walk. I just show up every summer. Bring my DJ gear. Have a generator out. A DJ over a tent. I play games. I literally go out there and play games.
Oh, thank you for using a tent.
Shut up. I literally go out there and play games with the kids and stuff like that. And
Awesome.
So yeah,
Awesome. That's good stuff.
that's it. And they're appreciative. And then I give them toys and stuff like that, with football or frisbee or a whole bunch of other toys, and they're appreciative.
dope.
They're happy for it. So
Good stuff, bro.
Al knows that I do it every year.
No, I know. I know you
Those
do.
little things mean a lot to people, man.
Yeah, it gets the parents off.
No, especially when you don't have it. You know what I'm saying? I grew up poor. I grew up really poor, man.
Yeah.
I remember going to the secondhand store and finding the shoe that I really, really wanted,
Mhm.
but it had a hole in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I still got the shoe because that's all my mom could afford.
Yeah.
We couldn't go to the store and get some Nikes.
Yeah.
I had to get the one with the hole in it.
So you love life.
I love life.
Yep. So do I.
I love life.
Life is very
I'm grateful for
sacred.
everything that I have, man.
Yep. Yep. We all grew up for a reason. We all grew up in certain situations for a reason. Now it's up to you to take that reason and flip it.
Amen. I remember the cheese line. I remember standing outside with my mom in the wintertime, and there's a line going inside the church, and we're waiting out there just to get that cheese and that powdered milk.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, back in 1982, around there. I'm old.
No disrespect. Mom's still alive.
Mom's good. Mom worked hard. Mom had 2 jobs and went to school, and now she has everything.
Yeah.
She has a bunch of grandchildren. My sister passed away 2 years ago.
I'm sorry.
Sorry to
But-
hear.
Sorry.
But she has two boys, me and my brother Jose Ito, and my cousin, but she's like my sister, Janet, and she did good for herself, man. From coming here from Puerto Rico and finding out that her friend wasn't here, so we had to live in an abandoned building for a little while,
Mm.
to owning a 7-bedroom, 3-bath, 3-car garage.
Damn.
Wow.
She made it. She did it. She fought hard.
Wow.
Care of us. With 3 kids.
Wow.
She did it. Financially, she did it.
Wow.
Spiritually, she did it. She gave us that foundation.
It's a blessing.
Mhm.
Proud of my mom.
Shout out to mom.
Strong Latina.
Shout out to mom.
Shout out to all the strong Latinas out there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Strong. Latinas, all the strong women, period. It's hard. It's hard.
Before we get out of here, Los, anything else you want us to say?
No, nothing much. Remember to Podcast Summit. The Podcast Summit, November 22nd. When we put that form out, the survey out there, make sure you guys vote for these guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Make sure you vote for these guys right there.
Are you in it too?
No, that'd be cheating, man.
Come on.
But what if someone nominates you in there?
And then we're gonna have to tell you guys, yeah, they nominated us. Everybody's gonna look at us like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And you guys won, yeah, right. No, we're not gonna be on there. Yeah, but shout out to Tilo, Tony Tilo Lopez from the Parlay podcast, and my other partner Ron Martinez from Chatterbox.
Okay.
My partners.
Shout outs to the God up there.
Right,
All the
right.
time.
The man.
All the
Right.
time.
I feel like I don't know.
I feel cleansed.
You do?
Yeah. I feel better. There's certain things that he said, and it's just weird how I told you that in the beginning of the show that I'm going through some stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's with age or what's going on or it's things around me that are it's just like slapping me in the face, this type deal. But after hearing what you said, and at the time you said it, was
So you talking about my testimony?
yeah, your testimony, yeah.
How God shows up?
Yeah.
He'll show up.
Right.
He's always gonna show up.
I know he's going to show
It's
up. I
up
get
to-
that. I
it's
get
up to
that.
us
But
to
it was
decide.
just
I think Al just needed something.
the time and the place.
He needed to hear it.
The time and the place. And we could have had anybody today.
He needed to hear it.
Okay.
But I had somebody that believed in everything.
Because he's real.
I know he is. But it's weird. It's just, I don't want to say weird. Not like a bad weird. But it was just like the time and the place that it happened.
So it happened at the right time at the right.
Right.
It happened at the right time.
It's like, whoa. It's like, I don't know.
Maybe I was supposed to be here today.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. That's how the book was written.
Because all the stuff that you're going through,
Right.
we know, we talked about a little bit, and wow, it actually does make sense.
See where I'm going?
So
Wow.
So I would say this. Since you got that revelation.
Wow.
My bill's in the mail. I get it. Don't worry about it. I get it.
Like
Send it to
You got my address. You'll be all right.
P.O. Box.
No, like Al's from what obviously what Al just said is like perfect timing because Al's going through some issues right now and
Al's life is lifing. His life is lifing.
he just and I think
everybody's going through something right now. Everybody is.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you have nobody and you're actually turning on the TV and seeing what everybody else is going through right now.
But from
it's just crazy.
But from what you're telling me,
you hit the nail on the head. Exactly. Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying, and I heard the choke up in your voice too because it's weird.
I get it because from what you were telling me and the whole situation that happened in the past and stuff like that, like you needed someone to
slap you in the face and say, "Hey, look up."
You need someone that doesn't know
look
the
up.
You needed someone that doesn't know your situation to hear it, and he told you, and you just you felt the message.
Yeah,
like you
right.
You received what he was saying to you.
Mm-hmm.
So and you got it. So okay, all right.
Not out of all days.
I'm loving this.
Right, out of all days, right?
I don't know what's going on, but God does. So we'll
talk after the show.
Yeah. No. It's just life in general, just like we said, and it's just like something that I'm just going through right now. It's just like it's just like to have that talk right now, and at the right time, at the right place.
Yeah.
Especially,
but it's just crazy. It's just how it happened today.
Especially last weekend with the incident that happened last week.
Yeah, we lost another DJ last week. And through a car accident. He unfortunately passed away, and that hit me hard.
Yeah,
because it was close to home. He's a good friend of mine, and he was young.
Yeah,
he was young. He was in his 30s, so I mean, and then just everything happening right now. It's just, it's
around
just,
him.
Yeah, around me and with me and everything. It's just, like you said and
So
like he
it's
said,
just-
I wear the brunt of everybody else's problems sometimes, and then on top of that, which in turn is I have my own. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the way it happened, the way everything.
It became overwhelming for Al,
Yeah.
and then Loesch appeared, and
Yeah,
So
so
can I say this?
it's here.
yeah.
Can we do something? Might be the first time on the show.
do it.
Good prayer.
Can we do a prayer?
do it.
Of course. Go ahead. I was gonna ask that, but I didn't. I
Okay,
feel
we
it was
do
right.
prayer. Father God, we thank you for today, Lord Jesus. We thank you for these two individuals in the room with me, Father God. Father God, you made them with purpose, Lord Jesus. I don't know the purpose, Father God, but you know the purpose. I ask you to be in their lives, Father God. I ask you to shake them up, Father God. Father God, if they need to be shooken up really hard, then shake them up really hard. Even if they need to be broken down, then break them down. You are the master builder, Father God. Build them back up into what they're supposed to be, Lord Jesus. Father God, tonight as they go to sleep, may you hold them close to your chest. May they hear your heartbeat, Father God. And may you whisper in their ears that you love them. And when they wake up in the morning, Father God, I ask this of you. May the floor tremble just a little bit to remind them who they are and remind them that you will never leave them or forsake them. In Jesus Christ we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
We'll end it like that. We'll end it like that. Los, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. We definitely have to have you back on the show. Seriously.
For sure.
Seriously.
For sure, and nominate us, please.
Yeah. Just get my limo.
He's gonna need it. He's gonna need it.
You know what? We'll do it at one of his little offices over there.
Right.
Thank you, bro. Seriously, thank you, bro.
Oh my God.
Thank you. It's a long time running, bro. We're brothers, man.
Yes.
Long-time brother of mine.
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Industry DJs podcast. You can check us out on your favorite streaming platforms: Apple, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and the Anchor app. Check us out live every single Monday on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook live at the Industry
Thank you,
DJs. Follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at the Industry DJs. Next week we're gonna have DJ Vialgo, DJ V on the show.
He's back.
He's coming back. We're gonna talk to him, catch up on him really quickly, and also talk about his new season 2 of the DJ V show. He's gonna be with us next week.
Another podcast that just came back.
Yes. And then
Second season.
right. And
We're
then,
gonna call it the second season.
and then real quick, next weekend, actually the 21st, the Industry DJs are gonna be at the Aurora Picnic barbecue with Spanky D and Yo Kev, along with the other great DJs and stuff like that. So
Goats.
we're gonna post more information on our social media page and check us out. Los, thank you for joining us. Check out the Flava podcast network on
that flavor.
that Flava.
Yeah, not flavor.
That Flava podcast on
Come on, bro.
on
Come
YouTube and at the Flava podcast, and also on Facebook,
All platforms.
platforms. So check them out.
And Scooter, he's got my address, so I want my adobo.
I sure
Just
do.
saying. Just saying, Scooter. Just saying, Scooter.
To the words of Peter Rabo, support your local DJs. To the words of I'll do it like this,
Stay safe, stay vigilant. We love you.
and we'll see